presented by Frightful Forge. The light flickers to life, a world filled with strife. Every day could be your last. No memory, no past. We stoke the flames hotter. Can we make it? We ponder. We have to survive this kingdom. Death monster. We have to survive this kingdom. Only through community can we continue to be free. Working together we pledge, standing on the gamer's ledge. We follow a pledge. We stoke the flames hotter. We have to survive this kingdom, death monster, kingdom, death monster. Run by Frightful Forge, Twitch.tv /gamer/ presented by
I'll be right back. I have to restart. My cat stepped on my keyboard.
That was close enough, I think. Hello. I'm in the bottom right if you're watching on TikTok.
Yellow.
Crodad. Yep.
It is. Hello.
Yeah, same here. I don't know why. Ken's is not. Yours is not, but always
Oh, weird.
his is. So do I. But still, why isn't Ken's and yours? It's
I'm
very
special.
weird. Yeah, well, that you can say that again. You totally can. No, it wasn't that much, was it? I did get it on sale, but I think it was like I want to say it was 400 on sale. Maybe. It's been a hot minute. I mean, to be honest, the funny part is that when we bought this, it took almost a year for Dan to get it. I got it for him for his birthday, and he was almost a year older by the time he got it.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, my favorite monster expansion alone was like $300 for one monster, right? The Gorm. Okay. Yeah. Right. One second, Dan. You are not coming over the stream for some reason. Why?
Oh, he's not. Weird.
Like we can see you, but they only
no
hear
audio.
us. You're not going out over your stream. What I would do is I would suggest going to in XSplit, going to tools, settings. Go to tools settings and then set your make sure that under the audio tab your microphone is set to probably the default microphone and the default speakers if they're not. And then make sure that your Windows settings have those microphones you want set.
Okay,
Okay,
I can
I'm
see
back.
it moving now. I can see
Okay.
it. It's at the bottom. I see my
Yeah.
little thing moving, and I didn't see that before. So that means I've been telling you guys all about this, but not the stream.
Yeah, you are going out over the stream now.
Son of a gun.
Fantastic.
But I've already
Thanks.
said so much.
For letting us know.
I appreciate
The
it.
tiny Dan in the corner of the screen.
Hey, Tiny Dan. Okay. Let's rewind. I'll do a really truncated version of what I just went through.
The game is really expensive.
Kingdom Death Monster
And-
is a very expensive game.
Yeah.
It is based in a horror-filled landscape where you play survivors. We're going to go over the story in just a little bit so you get a feeling for where we're from and who we are. Survivors die fairly often because it's a very deadly game. The games and expansions could add up to thousands and thousands of dollars if you were to FOMO the heck out of it. But for a space game, you're looking at about $420 plus shipping and handling, which is not cheap. We have a couple of expansions that we are going to be playing with, but we will let people know when we're playing with those expansions so that they know kind of where the lines are. You have to like putting minis together to play this game. Everything comes on sprues where you have to clip them together, clean them up, and then glue them together. Most of the ones we'll be playing with, I'm planning on painting before we play with them. But as a minimum, just the base game, they have enough for something like 35 survivors and 7 monsters, and we're going to be adding some monsters in that don't come in the base game because they look fun to play with. All of the characters are going to have their own character sheet, which looks like that. That keeps track of what armor they're wearing, what weapons they have, how much experiences they have, if there's any permanent damage. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that lighting. Any permanent impairments or derangements or disorders or fighting arts, things they've learned, etc. They have stats such as how far they can move. I really wish that was better. They have stats for how far they can move, what their survival. You have a survival stat that lets you do additional things that as the settlement grows, these heroes or these survivors will learn more capabilities and learn more abilities that they'll be able to use. But starting off, we will have to name them, and we will get there. And once we name them, they get a point of survival they can spend in the upcoming hunt. So phases of this game. We are doing it kind of backwards because this is a tutorial. but the phases of the game usually go a settlement phase where the survivors are getting together, they're loading up their armor and their weapons that they've crafted, and they choose what their quarry is going to be for the hunt, and then they stalk their prey, and based on what happens during that hunt, those hunt steps, it may change the battle that they're about to take part in. And then we will set up the battle, and they'll hunt whatever it is they chose to hunt, whether it's a lion or a screaming antelope or some other being of unimaginable horror. And provided that they win, or at least one survivor exists, they'll go back to the settlement with the resources they've gained and upgrade parts of the settlement. And it goes like that for rounds, which are called lantern years. And we see how many lantern years the settlement can grow and live before eventually being wiped off the map. The furthest I've seen in a YouTube video, but there probably are further, but I've seen 15 as like the extension. The main settlement sheet, which is also part of this game, goes upwards of 36. I have not seen any on YouTube or otherwise that go that far. Through the game, they will be using resources to both improve the settlement with new areas, new workshops that allow them to access different types of weapons or trinkets or capabilities, and different armors. And as they upgrade their armor sets and their weapon sets, we have other minis that they can choose to use if they want to. These current ones are the base survivors. They're wearing a loincloth, and most of them have a lantern and some form of small fractured stone face. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. Ow, 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 ow. Were you planning on playing Crow?
If there is room, but I've never played before.
Well, that's fine. Most people won't have, for reasons stated previously. We do have 2 open spots if folks want to jump into Twitch and...
Yep. Jump on in, Megan.
And we're just
We
running...
can-
Go ahead.
Yeah, we can even have one more person join if somebody else wants to join.
And there's no camera requirement.
Nope.
There's none of that. You have to be able to see the screen, but, I mean, anybody on Discord can see the screen.
And I would just like to reiterate that unlike most of the Gamers Edge streams, this one is not going to be family friendly, mainly because of the content of the minis.
Oh yeah.
Content of the minis and
Ken's actions.
some of the artwork is pretty explicit too.
Yeah. And in that vein, I would like to point out that that is a lantern, not a penis.
Here?
Yes.
Yes, it is a lantern. And we'll go into the why in just a second. Hey, a wild mage has appeared.
Yellow.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Yellow.
Sound all right?
Sound great. Sounds great. We can start with 4, but if there is another person... Was Tom hanging out, or did Tom want to play?
I think Tom's streaming right now, actually.
Okay,
I'm on DVD.
okay.
I'm
We do have room for one
listen.
more if either Tyler or Justin want to join.
Justin's home. I can
Yeah.
ask him.
He just said, "Hey, y'all," because the more people we have, the quote unquote easier this is.
I like to
Not
quote
that
unquote,
it's-
yeah, it won't
yeah,
be
not that it's
it won't
ever
be
easy.
super easy, but it will be easier for y'all. Yeah.
Okay, let me go try and set him up.
Okay.
Would it be helpful for me to pull up a PDF of the character sheet?
Maybe.
Because you can download it directly from their
Yeah.
site.
It might. So
I
that
wouldn't-
but I wouldn't worry
wouldn't
about it
obsess
too much.
over it.
I have everything here.
Okay.
Yeah. there will be times where I'm judged with standstill because I'm trying to remember one thing or another, and I will probably make mistakes over the course of the next couple hours, but I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love miniature board games.
I can say I have played a lot of board games, and this one is unique in the areas it goes.
While we're waiting, have you played Mansions of Madness?
Mm-hmm.
I love that one with the iPad app that has background music and controls the enemies and everything. It's so much fun.
They've been doing that a lot more.
Welcome in, Alan. Thank you for hanging out, Tom. Hey, Tom, don't forget to like the live stream if you would, please.
How do I do that?
I think you just got to tap the screen. There should be a heart button somewhere.
Okay. Oh, no, that's full screen. Oh, the heart, but
I
right
think you
above the
just gotta
chat
tap the
box.
screen. There should be a heart button somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It's so I set it so that you can only do it once per stream and every 12 hours. So it might have been that you checked in under 12 hours ago.
Me?
Yeah, mine's doing the same thing, and I know that I haven't checked in the last 12 hours.
Because we were trying to, people were doubling up when I had two streams.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to.
It tells me I have to check back in 11 hours, 38 minutes.
Same.
Okay, we'll check back in 11 hours, 38 minutes.
Justin's setting up right now.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Sweet.
Oh, that's a cool picture.
Not like I need any more points.
The artwork in the book is phenomenal.
The only problem I had with this game was the creator, and it's one guy who leads like a really small team. It was even a smaller team, and he didn't trust any of the people he worked with to actually like go through the steps and finish stuff. And so he would be super late. Things were super delayed. Like Mark said, the game had already been out for years when he got it for me, and it still took a year and a half. Now, on the flip side of that, I ordered these expansions, and they were here in 4 days.
Oh wow!
So I mean, the one of the main issues I had with it, they already fixed.
Yeah.
But everything is that level of detail. The minis are gorgeous and freaky and messed
Yeah,
up.
the miniatures look amazing.
The pinup ones are beautiful and they're well crafted. I'll have to show them to you guys next month. Because I'm planning on painting a couple. But
Satchmotron, I just checked the stream and all the sounds coming through fine. Oh, he can't hear me though. Satchmotron. Stream sound is playing fine for me. Do you have the tab muted? Maybe?
I can hear you on your stream.
No. I checked that we could hear everybody on the stream just a second ago after he said he can't hear, but that could just be me. So I had to type it to him because he can't hear me. And Alan Rothberg, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining us. We're just waiting for our last couple folks to log in and we can start getting underway. What's up, Benjamin? Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Happy Monday. Ronnie Martin, welcome in.
okay, while we're sitting, I have your character named Blue that is Blue, Mark.
Yes.
Okay. Ken, are you here? Maybe not.
Ken. Good talk.
Yeah. Crodad,
Yes.
what would you like? Which color would you like to be besides blue?
Red.
Okay. Red is a masculine presenting character. What would you like their name to be?
Axis.
Like
Axis like world axis or
Yes.
axis like in throwing axis?
Okay.
Like AXIS.
Okay.
Okay. Megan, what color would you like to be besides red and blue?
What's the green one?
The green one is a darker skinned male presenting.
What are the other ones?
This one is yellow, obviously.
Cool.
And then pink / magenta is. Oh, I need to re-glue her
She come right off the base.
right off the base. Yikes. That is that one.
No worries, Satchmatron. Glad we could help.
I like either yellow or pink. They're both cool.
Okay. And what would you like the character's name to be? Megs?
I don't know. I can only think of Atraxa because my deck is right here.
That's
You
fine.
can be a Traxa.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I just put her on Moxfield.
And can I see my character? Because I don't know what it is. Oh, yep, that's the one I wanted. Awesome. Thank you.
That's the one I painted specifically as that for
Yep,
you.
I appreciate that.
And I will be painting
Okay.
the sniper when I move to
Mhm.
paint it. I'll be
Correct.
painting it with a similar color profile.
Thank
I
you.
am back. I had to step away.
Okay,
Welcome back.
so we have green and yellow as choices for you, Ken.
Can I see the green and yellow, please?
Yep. That's green.
Okay.
And this is yellow.
I will take the green.
Okay. And what would you like green's name to be?
Kokeshi.
I thought you were gonna go with Ketchup Ken.
He doesn't want to be murdered first off the bat by the lion.
He doesn't want to be
How did you
murdered
know what
by
I was going
red.
to use as a weapon?
I had a feeling that was gonna be it.
Okay. Blue. Okay. Now that we have named them, they have one survival, and what that survival does is during the game, you can spend survival to dodge, and dodge will prevent the damage of one attack. But it will mean that your survival goes down to 0, so you can only do that once during the fight.
I ran and grabbed a banana, and Justin's about to come in. He got a work call.
Oh shoot! But come
Unacceptable.
in here or go into work.
Not in here. Yeah.
Okay. He's flickering.
Who's flickering?
Justin's flickering.
Link.
How do I get on screen?
Oh, you don't
You
need
don't.
to. You don't need to.
I don't need to be able to see.
You need to see mine, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you once you join the call, you should see like a video window, or there should be an option over Dan to watch stream.
Yeah, if you click on his video that's showing,
In
it'll
Discord.
make it. It'll.
Yep,
Yeah,
it'll
in
pop it up.
Discord.
I see the video pop up. Okay, there we are. We're in, I think.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is the character you're going to be playing, Yellow.
Alrighty.
Okay, and I just need a name for this person.
It's like a witch doctor looking character.
Well, I mean, all of them are pretty much just wearing loincloths because they're just basic survivors. But
Okay.
she's holding a they all have a lantern, I'll explain the importance of that, and they all have like a small piece of a stone face that they're using as a dagger.
Okay. Let's go with the name Nurkana.
Narcana. Narcana
love
or
the-
Norcana?
Like Nirkana.
Yeah, Norcana sounds pretty addictive.
Nurkana is like the magic tribe.
Okay,
I love the lighting effects you painted, Dan,
thank you.
from the lanterns. That's super cool.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna get started because it's after 7. It starts with an explanation of who you guys are and where we are and what we're doing. Once upon a time, there was a place of carved stone faces. A man with a lantern lay sleeping in a dreamless sleep. The man knew nothing. One day, the man woke up. He rubbed the dried ink caked over his eyes and opened them. Around him, he saw other people stirring, and beyond, a horizon of unbroken darkness. A woman approached the man with the lantern. Her soft hand reached out to him. They had no words. They were a mystery to each other. Suddenly, a monster emerged from the darkness, its eyes wild with hunger. It attacked. The people were no match for the monster. It tore their flesh and crushed their bones between its teeth. Some it devoured whole. Overcome with terror and grief, the man with the lantern collapsed to the ground. Cold stone noses pushed into his side. There was no escape. But the man did not want to die. Desperately, grasping at the cold stone faces, he felt a crack and tore at it with all his might. A piece of stone came free. It was sharp and deadly. The man with the lantern scrambled to his feet, his weapon clenched in his fist. He took a deep breath and roared into the darkness. Somewhere in the place of stone faces, nameless men and women stand together. They have nothing but a need to survive and a lantern to light their struggle. Okay, so that's essentially what we are. We're in a land that is, you can kind of see it here on the playmat. Stone faces make up the ground and darkness makes up the sky. So it is a very thick book filled with a whole bunch of rules, and that's what we'll be going over in just a second. But your survivors, I'll start with 1 survival because you have names and names are important. And I need to get to setting up everything else. Okay. Nope. 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 Yep. 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 I could have sworn you were here. What's going on, man?
For joining us today.
What the heck? Sorry. There's gonna be a lot
You're
of
good.
this. There's gonna be a lot of going back and forth. 22.
So while we're waiting, I just want to thank Dan for putting this together because we've played this like 6 times and it's nothing but rules. Like a billion rules.
It is a lot. Okay. All right. So here's how this goes. The first story is the White Lion. It essentially takes place right as the story is set back, right? So we're gonna go to the big board. It is a
Big
large combat
board.
map. If you wanted, you could pull out some D10s so that you could roll when there's an attack. But I have a lot of D10s set aside and D6s that are where hits hit you. So that is all taken care of here. Okay, he starts in the middle. Now, an important point is that there are no directional. There are no directional. There's only cardinal directions, so no diagonal. This boop is going to be this. Okay? So when you're moving, we need to keep track of that. When you guys start, you're going to be starting 6 spaces away from the lion. That's where we start. So it's going to be anywhere in like this diamond shape away from him. Set up the cards. His actions are actually not set up by me. His actions are set up by an AI deck. It is a deck of various attacks that are also his health. So every turn, I will pull from that and then see what he does. And then as that deck is discarded, when it's fully discarded, I shuffle it and put it back. But if you guys wound him, I take cards from the top of the AI deck and move them to the wound deck. And once he has no more AI cards, 1 more damage, and he's done for. And you guys win. This is the hit location deck. So as you attack, if you're able to hit him, we will flip over where you hit him, and it might have additional effects. There are things like traps in here that can also be kind of deadly for the person attacking.
I'm just calling now that Ken's going to die trying to recreate what happened last time.
True. Very true.
Right, Ken?
Why is it always me going first?
I think
No,
he
you're
meant
not you
you
going
were saying-
first. I'm just saying that you're going to try and do what you did last time. I know
I
it.
thought about it.
So
I thought about it.
on this character sheet, let's see if I can. Yeah, on this character sheet you have locations, and those 6 locations also have a place on this die. So when it hits you, I roll for where it hit. As you can see, there's 1 space per body section except for the head. If you have armor, like all of you currently have a loincloth over your waist, that will absorb the first point of damage, and then it goes away, and you have 2 left. If you hit the bolded spot, you get knocked down. If it goes over, if you take additional damage to that area, you might be severely injured, which could also mean death. But it could also mean that maybe you are disfigured, or you're going to have a subtraction to your speed in the future, your movement, something like that. So there are a lot of things there. You start with 2 items. One is your cloth armor around your waist, and the other is called a founding stone. And this founding stone is the shard of stone that you picked up. It has, you spend an action to sling the stone from anywhere on the board. Doesn't matter where you are or how far away you are. You're slinging it at him, and it's going to be an automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. So it's a really, really good weapon. You only have 1 of them, and once it's gone, it's gone. Your armor, if it takes that damage for you, it's still on you, and it will heal back. You'll repair it at the settlement, but these founding stones are gone for forever. There is a chance you might find some later on in the game, but the ones you get here in the starter pack are pretty much it.
Just to clarify, using them doesn't use them up necessarily. It's just we gotta take care of them.
No, using up these daggers. I'm sorry. Let me go back over it because you are partially right. It's a dagger. If you slash with it, you can slash with it as a melee weapon. If you want to spend an action to throw it, you can throw it from anywhere, and it counts as an automatic hit and inflicts a critical wound.
But then it's gone.
But then it's gone.
Gotcha.
And then you become a brawler.
And then you become a brawler because there is another attack called Fist and Tooth, which is not as effective, but you get an additional luck when attacking with the weapon, which means it's going to be a little bit easier to hit. But its damage is 0. I'm not sure
Hey, Ken,
what
Mhm.
that's going to
are
mean.
you using your NVIDIA?
Yeah, it should be on.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's set. I might have to. Hold on.
Maybe it's because you weren't talking for a while. Oh, he left. He'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't want that loincloth destroyed. I don't want them destroying my gens.
That's the thing.
I
it
see
might.
that.
Yeah.
I pulled up the PDF of it. I'm like, oh.
There are charts for every body part, for every body area, for if you take your critical wound to that area. We're also going to be doing, we're also going to be using, which we didn't last time, we're also going to be using the monster controller. And what's going to happen is, we're going to rotate through who has control of the monster. And I'll be flipping the cards and everything, but you guys will be able to pick the target. And if you choose yourself, if your target is a legal target and you choose to attack yourself, you get 1 insanity. Insanity is like armor for the brain. It protects you, but if you go too insane, you go cuckoo and run off into the night. But it's going to be a clever balance between how much damage you're doing, how much brain damage you have, etc., etc.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Could you repeat that? Sorry.
How much in which part?
So I'll do it while you're
Okay.
getting ready. So the short form is we did actually use the monster controller last time, Dan.
Oh, we did?
Just FYI, yeah. So when Dan says you'll be controlling the monster, if you attack yourself, if you're a valid target and you attack yourself, your character will get 1 insanity. And insanity is armor for the brain, but if you get too much insanity, then you'll run off into the night and disappear.
Okay.
So it's a balancing act if you're going to do that.
Okay. So, for example, all of these minis are now six apart. Yeah. So if you guys would like to be in a different position, that's fine. You can let me know. But right now, you all are 6 squares away from the beastie.
Can I be 6 squares straight away from him instead of...
Yep.
Thank you.
I mean, right now, you are right in front of him. That's his head. Do you want to be right in front of him?
Sure.
Okay. Is it?
I like to be 6 to his right flank.
And you are green?
Green.
Okay. So you want to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Meg? Are you good?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So we are going to start with the monster's turn. Okay. Okay. You guys have been given all of that brief. I am going to roll randomly. There are 5 of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, that's Ken. I was trying to figure out who the wolf head person is. Alright, Ken. So you're going to start with the monster controller card.
All right.
What that means is I'm going to choose the card, or I'm going to flip the card, and then you'll choose any of the legal targets, though I think we know who the only legal target right now is going to be.
We don't know.
That's true. Alright. I'm hoping that when I get the next camera set up, it'll be able to show cards and stuff more closely, so that and I'll have better light, so that we have a better point. But the card is Claw. So when you pick the target, all of the AI cards have an order that they're able to target. And this one, the first option is closest threat facing in range. So his facing is going to be from this square forward all over the board. In range is... Jeez Louise. In range is...
3. Come on. 3.
6.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
And closest threat would be that
Me.
person.
All right.
Yeah. If Mark was not here, it would be closest threat in field of view.
Would be
Which
neither, I think.
is... Oh, I'm sorry. So there's a triangle that goes 6 out, 6 out, and 6 forward. So this triangle is facing.
Oh, so any of those 3 targets are legal.
It's just me and you, Mark, I think.
Just you, Mark. He's behind this line.
Ah.
Ah, I see.
And then field of view is everything that's not these 2 squares. And then blind spot is these 2 squares. So if you attack from the blind spot, you get a bonus to your hit.
He's just purposely stringing this out now because he knows I'm going to die on the first hit.
No, Mark's junk.
Okay, so what do I do since I'm controlling the monster?
So if there were multiples up here,
Okay.
you would select, okay, if there are multiple people that fill closest threat facing in range, I'm going to pick that one. Even if you were the only, if Mark was the controller, Mark could say, I pick myself, and he would get the extra insanity at this point.
Okay.
But right now, there's no one else to pick but Mark.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what, Mark? Can you roll me a D4?
1d4. How about a d6?
How about a D8?
Oh, how about d8?
Something divisible by 4.
I can roll a d4 for you.
Please do.
All right. 3.
There. Still doesn't help you, Ken. But that is a better way to do that, instead of just having it pointing one direction.
And there's nothing wrong with Harry Styles.
If everyone's okay with that. It means that Justin and Megan just became targets.
No, I don't mind it coming after me. Seriously.
Bring
Yeah,
it
don't
on.
mind. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So pick your closest range. So it's going to move. Ow. It's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to attack. So it's got a claw, so it's going to attack with its claw. Its speed is 2, which means I'm going to roll 2 dice. And
So I just automatically pick Mark just because he's
I'm
the only one in
he's the
range.
only one that is in range and that it can see.
So what was the D4 dice roll?
I was
for
going to pick a different direction.
And I said no.
But
I
Mark's
started
fine
in
with it,
line
yeah.
of view,
So
so it's fine.
Okay.
this is the creature you guys are facing.
Yeah.
It is the white lion. He has human hands and human feet. Okay.
And he is also the tamest of all the figures.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Ew.
he looks gross. I love it.
Well, this is a resin printed base because I wanted a gross base.
That base is awesome.
Okay. So I want it's 2 up, so there's a good chance he's gonna hit.
Yeah, good chance I'm gonna die.
Ace. So now we roll for what body parts are taking damage.
I didn't think you could roll all body parts.
Waist and chest. So I go to Blue's
Ooh.
character sheet, and I'm going to erase a waist armor and take a body damage.
Guys, I got distracted.
And then I put
No, and then
claw in the AI pile. All right, so that was its actions. Make sure I did that right. You weren't knocked down. You were damaged. Did not yet have brain damage more than he has already.
sir, I love you all.
Survivor turns. Okay. So. Where are you? Okay, so each survivor gets a turn to act, but you guys can choose in which order you go through. Your movement is 5, so you can move 5 squares.
Are there attacks of opportunities if I try and move away from this thing?
No. And you cannot divide your movement into multiple parts.
Right.
So you have to move all 6 spaces at once. You
5.
can't
Right.
do like
5.
all
5.
3 now and then
All
3
5.
later.
Yeah,
5.
5 spaces.
Am I mute?
No.
No, we hear you.
No,
Oh, okay.
we heard you.
Did you hear that, Ken? 5 spaces.
What?
5 spaces.
What?
So you get a from the blind spot, which is right directly behind him. You'll get a +1 to your accuracy, which means a +1 to your roll. His toughness is 6, so you have to roll above a 6 to hit him on a D10.
Well, I say since I had the monster card, I'm gonna say from the direction that everybody's facing, we start go counterclockwise, starting with Mark, since he got attacked.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to his blind spot
1,
because I think I'm the only one who can.
4,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, you're the only one that can get in range right now.
And I'm going to try and stab him in the butt. In the hind flanks, as it were.
Okay. So you're going to roll with your founding stone. Did you want to roll or did you want me to roll? It's
I'll
gonna
roll.
be D10s.
Yeah, I have a D10.
Oh,
I just didn't
it
have
has
the
to
other
be
stuff.
D10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
let me get a D10 out.
To roll a D10s. So Mark's
I
going
rolled
to
a
roll.
9.
So you're going to roll twice because
Oh,
the speed of
okay.
the weapon is 2, which means you get 2 attacks, and you want to roll 7 or higher to
I
hit.
thought I got a bonus.
Oh,
in
you
a blind spot.
so you want a 6 or higher.
Okay. So 9 was the first one, and 9 is the second one.
Okay. So you hit twice. So and they each damage once. So we're going to flip for hit locations one at a time.
Okay.
Strange Hand. Oh, maybe I should have flipped this before. I probably should have flipped this before you attacked. I need to look that up. Now, oh wait. Sorry, let me double check. Count, okay. Make the attack rolls. You did. Count the number of hits.
2.
Did. Draw hit locations. Draw 1 hit location card for each hit. Select what order you're going to try to wound them in. Attempt to wound them one at a time. Okay. So
Okay, so Strange Hands was the first one.
And Straining Neck is the second one. So
Straining Neck?
Straining Neck. This Strange Hand has a failure. So if you fail to wound, it's going to perform a basic attack on you.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the Straining Neck.
Straining Neck first, okay?
Yeah.
Both of them have an optional critical wound. So if you roll a 10 on the wound, then it will be considered
a critical hit.
Yes.
Okay, so I got to roll once or twice?
So you're going to roll once per, because each one is a hit. So you're going to roll a 1d10, but give me 1 second.
Okay.
Strength of your weapon. Okay, your weapon strength is 1, so you're going to add 1 to your roll. And you want to roll, you want to roll above 6.
Okay. All right, first roll for the Straining Neck is a 3.
Okay.
And then
So
second,
you were unable to wound the neck.
yep. So now the Strange Hand. Come on, big money. A 7.
Okay, so it's not a critical wound, but it is a wound, and so not sure what that sound was. Okay, you didn't fail, so they didn't do the other attack, but I'm going to take this top card from the very top of the AI, and it's a wound. And the Strange Hand goes here, and that's you. So
that's me.
So now we have Crow.
Okay, I will go 3 to the left and 2 up.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Let's see if I have a D10.
And that's all I can do, right?
I mean, you could throw your you could
Seems
throw,
early to do that.
It may be.
Yeah,
but
I'll wait.
It's still an option. Okay, Megan.
I guess I'll just try and get closer to it. Just go straight along.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yikes.
It's okay, it's all centered.
Here's a silly question because I usually don't play with the dice. Is the D10 the one that has, instead of a 10, it's just a 0?
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
0 is 10.
Okay.
And Justin.
Could I move 4 squares west and 1 south?
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And
That's it.
Ken.
I will move 2 down. 2 towards Mark. And then 1 down.
Good? Okay.
Ha ha. There's no one in front of you. You stand stunned for 1 turn.
I wish. No, you wish.
Watch you pull out a card. The lion farts.
It's not-
I'm assuming that Megan, Justin, and Ken did not want to throw their founding stones.
Well, if I were to throw it, what for it to hit critical? What would I have to
It
roll?
automatically
nothing. It automatically does.
It
But then you
automatic-
lose the weapon.
Yeah, it automatically hits, and it critically wounds if there's a critical wound on this hit location card. But it would
No,
automatically hit and
I'll
do
hold
a
on to
damage.
it.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to go back to the monster. This is going to go to Justin,
Alrighty.
and we will see what the AI card has for us. Power SWAT. Pick target. Closest threat facing in range, which there is none. Closest threat in field of view, which is everyone except Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's me.
I think it's
Crow's the only option.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Crow's the only option. Okay.
I tuck and cross my legs.
Stop digging.
Now you've become a meatball for the for the lion.
So it can
I
turn
think
freely.
I'm pretty.
It can
Does these
turn
attacks-
freely. If it's field of view, it's going to be able to turn freely, yeah.
So how many spaces?
as
Right.
part of its AI.
Right.
So you have to be 6 spaces away from it to be out of its field of view.
No.
No.
Okay, so field of view for that triangle? Yes, essentially. You have to be
Wait,
out
were you counting 6 movement or 5 movement?
for who?
The lion. Because it's 6.
Yeah. I was counting.
He-
six.
I was within 5.
It only
though, so I
went
was
to
the
5.
closest.
Yeah.
When he moved toward you, he only had to move 5 to get to you.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
were
I
on,
know.
you were on 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4.
Dinner.
Dinner. And then
Look
it's
at this
going,
lantern. I'm going to throw it off to the side.
it's
Follow
going
it.
to attack. This attack is a little bit more dangerous, partially because it is a powerful SWAT.
Oh, swipe.
Powerful squat.
SWAT.
Oh,
Squat.
SWAT. I
Squat
think it says
down over
swap.
you.
I'm sorry, like SWAT, like
Yeah,
cats
yeah.
SWAT.
There's like swatting a fly.
Yeah.
Except it's me.
Except it's you.
He's
So it has
swatting a crow.
it has a speed of 1, which means it gets 1 attack, a 2 up, which means it's probably gonna hit, and 2 damage to 1 area.
Come on, 1.
9.
That's not
So
a
that hits
1.
by a little bit. So I'm gonna roll for location. That is not ideal. You have 2
Is that my
damage
head?
to the head.
Oh, God.
2 damage to the head.
Okay.
Is that a severe wound already?
Probably going to be.
It will be, yes. Okay, so moving to Axis.
Wound to the
Oh,
head.
you have, however, you have an option. You have a survival. You can spend that to dodge the hit, the damage.
In your recommendation, is that what I should probably do? Because that sounds like a pretty
Many
bad.
of the head wounds are very close to dead.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to use my dodge.
Okay, so you're gonna dodge. And let me double check to make sure I'm reading that one correctly.
Got to protect my moneymaker. Oh, wait, you said a head, not waist.
Jeez Louise. Oh, okay. So you can spend a survival to cancel 1
1.
monster's hit. So if he had
Okay.
had you, if he had hit you with claw, and hit you twice like he did Mark, you
Mhm.
would only have been able to block one of them. But because this is one attack that does 2 damage, you're making the best efficient use of your survival.
Okay.
So that hit completely canceled, which is also good because it has knockback 6, which means you would be flung back 6 and knocked down. You don't get up until the end of his next turn.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that was a
I'm at 0
very-
survival.
That was a
then, sounds
very
like.
good use. Okay, so it is now the survivors' turns. If we're going by pattern, you were the first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go around and stab him in the booty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
You said that was 2d10.
So the speed of your weapon is 2, so you get 2 dice. You're at its booty range, you're gonna get a +1 to your roll, and you need a 7 or better. So it's a 6 or better to hit.
Okay, I got a 9 and a 3.
Okay, well the 3 does not hit, but the 9 does. So we're gonna flip 1 hit location. It is the beast's scapular deltoid. There is a failure. Wow, that's cool. There is a failure. The failure is a full move monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits and move out of range. Any survivors past suffer a grab. There is also a critical wound. So really, there's no one in the way. Atraxa is out of the way, so it's not going to hit her anyway. So you have a failure event, but not really. So you want to roll a d10 and add 1, and it needs to be a 6 or higher.
I rolled a 1, which means it's a 2, which is not enough.
That is not enough. So this hit location will go away. It is a failure, so it's going to move 6.
5 forward.
6 full move, so 6 forward.
Oh, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Y'all need to roll better. Okay, who wants to go next? Megan, you are right next to it.
Uh,
Do you want to move into its blind spot?
yeah.
Okay, so move into its blind spot.
I'll try and hit it.
Okay,
Do I roll a d10?
so you're gonna roll 2d10 because your founding stone has a speed of 2, which means you get 2 attacks. And you want to roll a 6 or better.
I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Okay. We are getting the use out of it. Okay, so there are 3 of you left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You are 4, 5. You're not. You're out of range to be able to get into its blind spot, but you're in range to be able to hit it.
If I go up and I hit it, will it get like an attack on me back if I'm not in the blind spot?
I mean, it all depends on the AI card, right? There are some
Right,
AI
right, okay.
cards where everything, including the blind spot, is up for grabs.
Hmm.
But if you hit here, you're out of its field of view. You're out of its field of view, but not out of range.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
to be
I
fair,
will-
the range or the range field of view. I'm getting the names mixed up. I think the one that's everywhere. The field of view
Field of view.
is everyone except for Megan right now. So it doesn't matter where you were. If you're not in these 2 squares, you're in the field of view.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'll move straight down to it and attack it.
Okay. So
So
you're
2d10.
2d10, and you want a 7 or higher.
Okay. I rolled 2 6s.
Hmm.
Oh,
Ah. All right.
Y'all gonna die.
Yep.
Come
Kitty means
on.
business.
Come on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 5.
It's Ken's turn.
I know. I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you guys want to get closer? You won't be able
Do
to
I
get
have to
in-
move, or can
No.
I stay out of his range?
You can stay right where you are.
Well, since I have not been attacked yet, I am choosing to stay right there.
Okay. So you are passing.
I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I go next to Megan, I'm not in melee range, correct?
Here,
No,
here,
down,
here.
down 1.
Here?
Yeah, there.
You are not.
Nope, too far. There, yeah,
If you had a reach one weapon, you would, but you do.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go 6 to the right.
You can only move 5. Mark.
5. I meant 5 to the right.
Mark, it's 5.
Ken, it's 5.
No, I think you're on mute.
It's
Okay.
5, Ken.
So, all of the players have passed. So
Yep.
now I'm going to move back to the monster phase. This moves to Megan. So you're the monster controller, Megan. And I'm going to flip the AI card. The AI card says size up. Pick target, random threat, field of view. So, Megan. This means that since it's field of view, it's everyone except you. Ironically, since no one has been able to actually select themselves. It is a random threat, however, you're the monster controller, and I'm going to say you can choose who to target.
Well, I'm in its field of view too.
Every single person here is in its field of view,
Except Megan.
except Megan. The problem is,
Wow.
if you chose Ken, it's going to run over Justin. Oh, I take it back. I'm sorry. It won't. The monster stares down. It's intimidate. Size up, intimidate. The monster stares in the down its prey. Turn to face the target and roll a d10. On a result of 4 or better, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is not down. Now, I will say, knocked down is not super bad. You are down for the count for like 2 rounds, which isn't great. But you're not a legal target, even if you're the closest.
Hi, Teresa's. Welcome in.
Unless there's no other targets. If there's no other targets on the board, then it's going to sniff and you become a threat if you're on the ground. But in most cases, you're not a threat if you're not down.
Do you want a tip?
Yep.
If that's okay, Dan?
So let me rewind. You guys are a team trying to beat this beastie. By all means, strategize. That you won't survive this game if you don't strategize.
Okay, so what I was going to say is Ken is more than 6 movements away from the lion. So if he knocks Ken down, he still can't get to Ken later anyway.
So we should target Ken, you think?
I mean, I haven't played before, but it seems like he or I think am I out of sight of 6-2?
Just keep in mind that you're knocked down until the end of his next round.
Right.
Right.
You're,
But either way, even on the next
Yeah,
turn, if he
he's
doesn't
not gonna
move,
be able
we
to move
can't
to
get to
Ken.
him to attack.
you're within 6. Crow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Because we
not.
can't-
I think
We
I'm
only
in
can move 5, so we can't even get to him on the next turn anyway to
4,
attack
5,
him.
6.
Correct.
I think I'm
Yeah,
like
so-
what 8, 7 or 8 away from him. That's
Yeah.
why I was asking if
Yeah.
I was in the field of view.
Yeah,
It
you're
might be-
always in field of view unless you're in his blind spot where Megan is.
If I have him target Justin, could Justin try and dodge?
So, for this one specifically, he's going to turn to face the threat, and he's going to stare him down, right? And so there really isn't a dodge. There's just a roll to see if he's able to scare Justin. And if he is able to scare Justin, Justin's going to take some brain damage and fall over.
So I think Ken is actually the safest. And hopefully he doesn't.
Because this is the first game and it's a tutorial, I'm supposed to be a neutral party, kind of, but Ken is probably the best choice because he's so
Okay.
far away. So keeping him not a threat, and then maybe when Ken gets back up, he'll be closer, maybe. Like the beast will be a little closer. But that would be my suggestion is Ken. You can choose
Okay,
anyone
that makes
except
sense.
yourself.
I could see the approach either way, like
Yeah.
downing the person nearby to kind of save them from the next attack. Because if I'm
Yeah.
knocked down and then Mark's in range, then it'll go for Mark first over me.
Oh,
and
I
attack
hadn't
move around,
I
you
hadn't
know?
considered that.
Considering
I was
being on the
thinking,
ground
like-
is like secondary targeting.
Now,
I was
my-
thinking like trying to keep him in one spot, but
yeah, the other thing I'd say is you could do Crodad, because then he's just going to turn and we can all easily get to the blind spots.
True.
The reason I would say not Crow is because if the next AI is a movement, like anything that's any type of stampede or anything, it just froze.
Yeah, you're good. You're still moving. Just
Okay.
that
hear you.
camera. Hit refresh on that camera in the stack.
How do I hit refresh?
Right click on the camera in the stack, and then it's in the top right. Refresh.
Okay.
There we go.
Sweet. I didn't know that. Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. So it might run over her, damaging her, because collision is a thing. That would be my because I don't know what this is either. I shuffled them really well.
Right, but my point is that we're all going to have an action before the AI goes, anyways, right? To
True.
move and
Oh,
get out
true.
of the way.
That's true. That's true. He's not wrong, Megan. So maybe choose Crow so that it faces him down. I would say Crow or these two are the ones that you should be targeting.
mhm.
That makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Because if you turn it to face Ken,
if you turn it,
I can't get to it.
Yeah, if you turn it to face Crow, hopefully nothing happens to Crow. But if you turn it to face
Right.
Crow, both Justin
can't get
and
to it.
Mark can get into its backside.
Justin
Yep.
already. Oh wait, no, this is a new turn.
This will be a
right?
new
Yep.
turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Face me, and that's fine.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you will too. Two of the three of you will be able to get into its rear side.
If we do
Okay.
Crow, if we do Ken,
if you
not so
if you
much.
pick Crow.
Okay.
Sorry, if you pick Axis.
Okay, yeah, we'll pick him.
Okay. So it's going to turn. And it's going to intimidate.
Wait, I got it. Hold on. I just got to find it.
Do you want to roll the d10, Crow? Or do you want me to?
I'll let you do it since it's for the monster.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not going to contaminate my D10 with your monster rolls.
An 8.
Oh.
So, Axis is going to suffer a brain damage
No.
and be knocked down. You cannot suffer another brain damage.
Oh, so so this game mirrors real life. I
So,
love you, Crow.
part of why I'm happy for these rings are so that you guys can see which one you are. But also it means that if I have to move this for some reason, you guys still know where you are.
Yeah.
So where the ring is where you're laying down. Okay. You chose that. That AI card is done. Boop. And we move to player actions. So I'm gonna move that. Actually, I'm gonna move that to Mark, because you were next. The three of you get to choose which you're gonna go first. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can
5.
get into a blind spot,
I would
right?
suggest Mark not go first because he's taking that one.
Right.
Yeah, if I go first, I can go to his lower blind spot
Yeah.
and attack first.
Is that cool with everybody?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep. There.
Right.
Again, it's gonna be 2 d10, and you want 6 or higher.
All right, 2d10s. 5 and 2. How come my 6s couldn't come up last time?
There are 6s on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark or Megan, either one of you can fit back there.
Go ahead, Megan.
Should I run behind it again and try and
No.
hit it?
Nope, because that's where I'm going.
Okay.
So do you want to move like here?
Yeah, somewhere that's close but out of the way.
Okay.
If she just moves like one lower than that, could she still attack it and still be out of Mark's way?
One lower than that?
One
So-
lower than that is on the monster.
So the creature.
Oh, is that
The,
on the
mon-
monster?
the
I see
monster's
where
a
it is.
big base.
Yeah.
There, I see where it is. Yeah.
It is harder. I'm hoping that the next camera will help a little bit, but or at least the lighting. I think the lighting is going to help a lot. So this is out of his range, not out of his field of view, but you'll still be able to hit him. You'll just need 7s or higher.
I can try.
Okay.
Roll 2d10 again.
Yes, ma'am.
I got 1 and 3.
I don't think I've seen this many.
We're doing so good.
This is to replace all of our rolls from the standard Monday night session
Jeez
where we've been
Louise.
rolling fairly well.
Okay. So Mark.
Yep.
1,
Put
2,
me in its other blind spot,
4,
and I'm going to attempt to
5.
stab it twice in the hind flanks. I got a 9 and a 7.
Okay. So you have 2 hits. You got Beast's Femur. This blow lands on the monster's leg.
Okay. And what's the other one?
Oh. There is a critical wound for the femur.
Okay.
Glorious Mane. It's impervious. Impervious hit locations cannot be wounded. A wound or critical wound will not remove an AI card or defeat the monster.
I call shenanigans.
Hold on. Impervious hit locations cannot be wounded. Oh, I see. Okay, so you're not gonna do damage to the monster, but if you get a critical wound, you gain the Shimmering Mane White Lion resource.
I'm going to put that 1 second,
Okay.
and I'm going to go for the. All right, here's for the first one. Come on, big money. Give me a 0. How about a 1? So that's not great.
You rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a wound.
Nope. And then for the main, I got a 6.
Okay. So you weren't able to
I wasn't able to do anything.
yeah, but
We're all going to die.
you hit.
Yep.
At least
That's me.
At least y'all aren't grouped up together.
Yep.
What's that resource do?
So
You can use it to craft armor and stuff.
yeah, so
It's
at
a
the
rare
end,
resource.
assuming that you guys have at least one survivor, we're gonna have random resources that you get, and then you'll take that back to the settlement, and you'll be able to use it to craft new workstations or new armor, weapons, that kind of stuff. The Shimmering Mane is one of the things I think you used for some of the bigger armor sets. Each of your monsters are going to give you some generic resources and specific resources that you can use to build armor sets that help you survive. Instead of just wearing a loincloth and using this small stone dagger. Ken,
Yes.
it's you, buddy.
How much health does he have?
5.
And how much does a critical do?
So, a critical wound will do 1 damage, but if the hit location has a critical effect, some of them don't, but if it has a critical effect, it might get you additional resources or damage it even further, like making it slower or harder to hit things. I don't know what location is going to come up.
Mr. J Nice says check Mark's dice. I think they're loaded incorrectly. Also, thank you for the
65-month sub re-up.
That's insanity.
Jeez, that's a lot. And also, hey, Mr. J Nice.
Always appreciated, never expected. Thank you. Your video did play, but only on TikTok. Sorry, Dan's running this here stream.
I'm running it. I'm running it to the ground.
So I will go 3 right and 2 down.
Okay. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, you become the controller.
I
will
become the
flip
controller.
This
I have the power.
AI card. Chomp. Pit target facing in range. There are no targets facing in range. Closest.
Wait, I thought Crow was in range.
He
He's
is.
6 away.
He's not down.
Oh, so it won't attack it.
Yeah, he's not a threat.
I got it.
Yeah. Closest threat, field of view. That's
Oh.
Megan.
Which is just Megan.
Just
Yep.
Megan.
No.
So my AI did nothing because I made no choices.
Oh no.
Oh god, that don't sound good.
Chomp. Very much like a glomp, Megan. It has a special ability called Headhunter. It always hits the target's head location.
Oh
Great.
god.
You still have your dodge, right?
It only does 1 damage.
Yeah.
So even if it hits, it's only going to do 1 critical damage to her head.
One-
So it
only
won't-
one critical damage to her head.
Well, only 1 damage. It
Oh.
doesn't really do critical hits. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
if you see on the character sheet, the bold
Yeah.
ones mean that
Yeah.
if you take that damage, you get knocked down. So she'll be
Okay.
knocked down, but it won't be a severe disorder level.
But I like no damage to my
Oh.
head, please.
Oh,
He missed.
I need a 2 or higher.
He got 1.
Woo!
Okay. So while you guys discuss what happens, oh, I'm sorry.
But he needs a turn, right? Yeah.
I'm shuffling the AI cards because I ran out, and it is your guys' turn. So hold on.
I get the monster card back.
Oh nope, I'm sorry. That was its turn, right?
Yep. So,
So she
Cordad
stands up. Crow stands up, and this is going to go to you, Ken. And it's your guys'
Okay.
turn.
Give me a good card.
I would like to move to the farthest blind spot.
So you can't move through someone.
Oh, well then, Justin, you
But
should move to it.
If Justin moves here, you can move there.
That works.
And then I think Megan can even get back there with us.
She won't be in the blind spot, but she will be nearer. She'll be out of the field of view.
There you go.
That's cool.
Okay, so technically Justin went first. So why don't you go ahead and roll your attack?
Here we go.
Here we go.
2 d10s. 8 and 9. Heck yeah.
Yay!
Okay. So you got Beast's Brow and Beast's Tricep. Okay, so here's what we do. We look at both of them, and then you decide which order you're going to do them in.
Alright.
The Beast's Brow has an on-wound ability. If you wound it, snarling, the monster swats at his attacker. The attacker suffers 1 brain damage, and then I'm going to perform the basic action, which is an attack targeting you. If it's a critical wound, that doesn't happen. The White Dragon's vision is impaired, and he gains a -1 accuracy token. The Beast's Tricep has a failure. If you fail, it's going to do the basic attack action at you. And if it's a critical wound, it's going to knock the White Lion down. Which means
Okay.
while it's knocked down, all hit rolls succeed on a 3-up. But you
Wow.
have to roll a 10 to make that happen.
Gotcha. So I guess I'll do that first,
Because either way,
though.
you might take an attack.
Right. I'll do the one that could potentially knock him down first, and then the
Roll a
other
10.
one second.
Roll 10. Roll
Let's
10.
go. So
Roll
it's
10.
this is a 1d10 or
1d10.
1d10.
Yeah.
1d10. Okay, let's see it.
10.
6.
Oh boy. Well, that's a success, right?
Is that? Yeah, I think it's still a success, right?
Okay, so
I get attack
well,
on, but
you get a plus. Your weapon damage is strength +1, so you technically got a 7. You needed a 6, so it's not a failure. So he's not going to attack you. So this AI
Yay.
card goes
Okay.
here. Good job, bud.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
And then
Yes.
next we have the Beast's Brow. Now this one is the wound is not good. If you wound it, great, but it's also going to do some damage to you. Critical wound is what you want, just like the other one.
Roll 10.
Got you. Okay, come on. A 1.
Well, you didn't wound it, and it's not going to attack you.
Oh,
So-
hey, there you go.
Cool. Hey, works out. Blessing in disguise.
And you did a wound to it, so good on you, man.
Cool.
Mark, is
Yep. I'm gonna roll my 2 dice. See what we get. I got a 5 plus the 1 from being back there is a 6. Is that enough?
no.
And a 3. So I missed both times.
Yeah, you missed both times. Okay. And Megan, where would you like to go?
Out of its, to the side, kind of like before.
So do you want to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or do you want to still be able to attack
I'll be
it?
able to hit it. Yeah.
Okay. There.
Then 2d10s.
Yep, and you need a 7 or better.
I got an 8 and a 5.
Hey, that's a hit.
Hey, there's one hit.
Woo!
Okay. Beast's Paw. On a failure, it's going to do a basic attack action, but it gains +2 damage. So it's going to do
Ruh-roh.
3 damage. On a critical wound, you destroyed its foot, so it loses its leverage. It's going to be slower, and you're going to get a special resource. And it has a persistent injury that prevents one of its AI attacks.
Come on, 10.
I roll?
Yep, you're going to roll 1d10, and you're going to add 1.
2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That is not a 10.
Can I dodge?
Okay, so it's going to move to the basic attack. It's going to attempt the attack. Let me see if I hit you. Oh, shoot. It's 2 dice. So you will be able to dodge 1 of the 2 if it hits.
Oh no.
Okay, so it hits twice. This is a death knell. Holy crap. Okay, so do you want to block one of them?
Or dodge one of them.
Dodge one of them?
If I can.
Okay, so you're going to spend your survival to dodge one of them. Traxa. Okay. And you are going to dodge one of them. And then I'm going to roll for location. And it's going to do 3 damage to that location.
Wait, so it would have done 6?
Yeah, that's why I said it was a
Jeez.
death knell.
Good God.
Your hand. So,
Yay.
it's going to do 3 damage to your hand. This will be the first of the checks. So it's going to do 1 damage to your light damage to your arm, heavy damage to your arm, which is going to knock you down. And then we're going to check the table. And we are going to roll a d10. Oh, goodness. I don't want to roll this. None of these are okay. Alright, we're hoping for a 10.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you have the gist of this, Crodad. The line is like, hey, this is your first time playing. Time to teach you how this game really works.
And this is all before we got to the monster card for me to do anything
Yes,
with the monster?
correct.
Wow. I will try to full send him off a cliff if I can. Oh no.
Is that a 2?
Yes.
Yes.
he, he
It's,
didn't want to say it was a 2.
it's a 2.
That sounds kind of ominous. Yeah.
Your vision fades, along with the sight of your mangled, armless torso.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
No.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Megan.
So she died?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Oh, no.
brutal.
Yeah. Welcome to Kingdom Death Monster, by the way.
Well,
I was
geez.
just trying to help out.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's woof.
Oh man. Didn't even
Yeah.
First death.
didn't even give us a chance to save.
You never
Now
even
is
got the
it-
chance to learn her name.
So is it my turn now, or is it the monster's turn?
Wow. Take a deep breath. Some
Yeah.
some
He's just, like,
quiet
ready to go.
moments for the.
No, I want to know like what I can
It
do.
is.
Like,
It is your turn, Ken.
okay,
And I am sorry,
so
Migs.
and
Mention.
he's not wounded or anything.
He is wounded. Yeah, he's taken 2 wounds, but he's not. He doesn't have a persistent wound.
And if
guys-
I throw
you
my
guys
thing at him,
Have not.
it
rolled
only
very well.
does 1 damage unless.
So I'm
the-
gonna show you an example on one of the cards you guys have already seen.
Okay.
Okay. For this one, for example, the Beast's Femur, right? You would hit it automatically. We would flip over the hit location, and then we would wound it automatically. So you would take, assuming you can wound, we would take one of the AI cards and put it in the AI deck, or into the wounds, okay? And if it was this card, for example, you bruise the white lion's femur, crippling its graceful movement. The white lion gains -1 movement token. Gain 1 random white lion resource. So that's what you would do if you hit the femur with your stone.
Which
You know,
femur is not.
We are down 1, so yeah.
Now, keep in mind, if you do this, Ken,
I know I lose it unless we get another
and
one.
then your fists and teeth do 0 unless you roll critical.
Yep.
Okay, so where is its blind spot? Because I see 3 squares in front of it.
So
So where is
these
its blind spot?
these back here are its blind spot.
Just its butt,
Okay.
where we're at.
So 4, 5.
But okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could get in his face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't hit it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're essentially at its face.
Yeah, why not? Let's get in his face.
Okay.
And now I roll my 2 d10s
Yep, and you need
Yep.
7 or higher.
using my glass case. Yeah. I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Hello, welcome. Now get in the boat. My name is Death Lion.
Yeah. I'm going second. Yay. Okay, phone. I hear you.
I think Ken said it was his. This is you, right, Ken? This is you.
Yeah,
it's your
that's
turn.
him.
Okay, so
Yep.
we're gonna
Yeah.
move to
Its turn.
its turn. So we are going to flip the AI card. Size up. Pit target. Random threat field of view. Which is
me.
Well,
Oh,
it's
no,
random.
Ken.
It's
Not
random.
Megan.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's
It's you or Crow.
Or Crow. If you choose yourself, it's probably gonna knock you down, but you'll get 1 insanity, which is like brain damage armor.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you're gonna pick yourself.
Because it keeps everybody behind him.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, do I roll 1 or both?
You don't have to.
You
Well,
don't
you can
roll
roll. You
anything.
can roll for the attack if you want to.
Let Daniel do it. He's been hot.
Oh, hey, it had to be a 4 up, and it's a 2.
There you
Good.
go. Yay.
So it does. He stares you down, but you stare back in the face. You've already seen what it can do. So that was that. This will now go to, I think it was Justin, and for next turn, and it is your guys' turn.
All right. Since it's not moving and we're not moving yet, I guess it doesn't really matter. But Crow, did you want to go first to move in or something?
I don't think I can get close enough to hit it.
You
So
can.
I'm.
I guess the
I'd
order doesn't
actually
matter too
like
much.
to move. If I can move, I'm going to move one away
Smart.
Well, you have
so
to
that it
move
can't.
all
It's
your
not within
space.
6. Yeah, no, you don't have to move all.
No,
of
you
them.
don't. You don't.
I just
It's
can't
up
move
to
again.
5.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's up to 5.
5.
So that'll be my turn.
For the most part, the people that are close have been moving 4 or 3. Okay. So it's you 3.
All right.
I will move to where Megan died.
Oh, you gotta stand up for corpse, Ken. That's just
No, he just kicked
disturbing.
it out. He just kicked it out of the way. That was messed up.
How unceremonious.
Trying to get, in hindsight,
One of her arms like leaning against your boot.
Stop.
what is that thing crawling on my foot?
Can you use it like a mace for bludgeoning damage?
My arm?
No.
Sure, why
She
not? It's
doesn't-
just laying
She
there.
doesn't have arms anymore.
Oh, did he eat him?
I got eated.
It was an
Oh.
armless, mauled corpse.
Can you use the corpse as a blunt weapon for bludgeoning
Don't.
damage?
No,
I
because
don't
none of you,
consent to this.
none of you have a bonus to strength.
There you go. Oh my
Corpse
goodness.
just can't give consent.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Wow.
Wow.
We know.
Wow.
We know
Sorry.
someone who's looked up the necro rules in his state.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
gosh.
Yeah. Wow. Where's my clip button?
No, I mean they can't give it, so you can't do anything to them.
Clip.
He thinks he doth protest too much.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so it's the 3 of you. That hasn't changed.
Mark, or are you staying there?
I mean, I think Ken, you want to attack.
Oh,
right?
Ken moved, so he needs to attack because he moved.
All right, so 2 dice, right?
Yes, and you want a 7 or higher.
What is that? 5 and a 1, so nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Mark and Justin.
Go for it, Mark.
Okay. Come on, big
I did
money.
Not use a case.
No whammies. I got a 3 and a 10.
Ooh.
Hey. So you got a, I think it's called a perfect hit.
Perfect.
And I think what that does is that gives you a bonus to your strength, a +2 to your strength to wound. That's what we're gonna go with right now. I'm not gonna look it up.
Okay.
So you rolled. This is your hit. Beast's Temple. A failure means it performs a basic action targeting you. A critical wound means that you're causing shockwaves of blinding pain, and it's going to.
Just die.
Persistent, yeah, nice. Persistent injury. Whenever the White Lion draws an AI card, roll a d10. If the result is a 1 or a 2, discard the card and end the monster's turn.
Nice.
Holy damn.
So I'm using the one that I didn't just roll a 10 on.
Yeah. So
Come on.
you still need a 10 for that, but you don't want to fail, and you get a +3. +1 for strength, +2 because it was a perfect hit.
So if I get an 8 and it's +3, does that make it a 10?
No.
Damn it.
Did you get an 8?
I got an 8.
Okay, so you did wound it. So you guys are whittling away.
Wait, that doesn't count if it's 11?
So the okay, so like in D&D, where if you roll a 20, it's considered a critical hit, but if you roll an 18 and have a +7, it's not. Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
a natural.
You need a natural 10. It's called a lantern roll because on these it's a lantern in the 10 spot.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the good roll, Mark. That's everybody here, right?
I still need to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you still need to go. That's right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
You've got this.
2d10.
I mean, we could just make Megan the eternal ghost controller of the monster now.
We could.
Right?
It would mean
Yeah.
that you guys don't get insanity.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I rolled a 3 and a 9.
so that's 1 hit. Good job.
I mean, we don't get insanity, but she doesn't get to live, so I think it's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. You targeted the beast's heel, There is no failure condition. You clip the tensed muscle of its heel. There is a critical wound that makes it so it has a possibility of being knocked down whenever it moves.
Oh,
So
yo.
if you had a critical wound, great, but otherwise you need a 6 or better, and you have a +1.
Let's go. Okay, I rolled a 1 plus 1.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah,
You guys need to get different dice.
yeah. You're telling me.
These do not like you.
I need to get a
Okay.
set no one else can touch.
So
Very
Megan,
beautiful.
I'm gonna hand you this card. Boop. And we are going to move to the beast's turn.
I'm glad I was on mute. I said, well, not handed to her, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How's it going so far?
Mark's
The
being
game's-
mean.
The game's been rather
Kicking all those
disarming.
corpse bullets down.
The game's been rather disarming. Nice.
Oh my goodness.
It's made my stomach hurt.
Okay. Pick target,
That's a good one.
closest threat facing in range, which is no one, because it would be a triangle starting in front of him.
Mhm.
Closest threat field of view. So that would be Crow or Ken, but Ken is a
Ken's
lot
closest,
closer.
right? Yeah. Sorry, Ken.
So Megan,
Mhm.
you're going to roll 1d10. 2 or better hits Ken.
Oh,
It's a
rude.
5.
Okay, so you're going to hit Ken for 2 damage. I'll roll the damage location. Waist. That's lucky. Assuming he still has his waist coverings. Kokeshi does have his waist covering. So you're going to take 1 damage to the waist covering, 1 damage to the light, but there's an after damage effect which says knockback 6. The target is moved 6 spaces in a straight line directly away from the monster, and
Do you still
off
have your
the
dodge,
cliff?
Ken?
Yeah, I still have my dodge.
I mean that's not bad though. Oh, you could dodge it. You could dodge it
Yeah, let's dodge it.
after you have.
Yeah,
your
I don't want Ken
brace
to be
on
nude.
Stuff. We should-
Yeah, that would be scary.
Okay. You efficiently dodged out of the way. Now I'm going to shuffle these 2 AI cards.
So am I still wearing my loincloth or is it just all
Yeah, no,
loin?
you dodged completely.
You completely
Okay.
dodged out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to
Nice
flip
job, Ken.
AI card. Power SWAT. Closest threat facing in range,
Oh, of course.
which is 10.
Wait, why is it attacking again?
Oh, because I was in the middle of wanting to kill you. I shuffled the AI cards. It's your guys' turn.
The lion was
The
hungry.
Quick.
truth,
Do
the
it.
truth
Do
comes
it
out.
quick. Do it quick. I've got the taste of blood now.
I think since I dodged it and I'm in front of it, do you guys mind if I go?
No, go ahead.
All right, so 2 dice. Where are you going? A 5 and a 6.
A 5 and like that's on the dice. That's what you rolled.
Yes, on my white dice I have a 5, and on my blue dice I have a 6.
Yeah.
And they're both D10s.
Oh wait, can I offer a suggestion?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was hoping to get behind it. A 6 would hit if you were in its blind spot, but you're not in its blind spot. 2, 3, 4, 5. And they would have to move out of the way completely for you to get into its blind spot. So those are 2 misses.
Can they move even when I attack, or they have to wait until after it goes through?
So we would be rewinding and having them move out of the way if they wanted you to get into its blind spot. Because you don't have enough movement to get back here.
And would I have to re-roll again?
No, we would keep your rolls. We would
Do you
just
guys
have
want to rewind and you guys go first so I could at least get one hit?
Yeah, what I can do is I can go around the monster. Let me
to
count.
here.
1, 2, 3, exactly to there, and like not in its blind spot, but still out of its.
And then Mark, you want to
Fine.
move here?
I'll move to the far blind spot.
Yeah, and then he'll
move here.
move there, and then we'll just go
And-
through attacks in that order.
And then we'll do it in reverse. We'll do Ken's attacks,
Okay.
and then yeah.
Oh, sure, sure.
So you got one hit, Ken, because they were nice and moved. Beast's tail. Oh shoot!
Chop it off.
I'm gonna try.
Hold on.
New weapon.
This has a reflex, and I'm
Uh-oh.
afraid I know what that means.
It's gonna fart on you.
No, I think it means that we flipped it. It does the thing right now.
Oh
The
no!
lion takes a dump.
It
It's
loses
gonna
It gets all
smack me.
bruises in it.
It's gonna smack me all the way over. And I bump into Crow. We bump heads.
This monster's tough. I'm not lying.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I've got to hand it to you. You're not wrong.
That wasn't me, Megan. I just want to point that out. That was totally Dan.
I was
Well, this is
referring,
gonna be a
I was
mean
referring to
tale
the
to tell.
fact that the white lion has human hands.
Uh huh. Good cover.
And I'd give my right arm to be up in there within range.
And when I die, just remember this tale.
Oh, nice. We're all getting in on this.
The tale of Ketchup Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
I'm
That's
sorry,
Ken's new
Ketchup
name,
Ken.
Kevin.
I might be in my room alone, but I'm not home alone. This is gonna hurt really bad because Dan's taking a long time to read it,
Yep.
so it's like 3 paragraphs long. I disintegrate, get sent back in time, get reborn, and I come out
And
as
then killed
PCs.
again.
One of the cool parts about this game is that assuming they're survivors, you guys build a settlement. Megan
Right.
can always come back and make a new character from that settlement. So
Today's roll of 300 is played by everybody in the Discord.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like playing this game just for the clips for the channel.
Yeah.
That is
We
true.
we always get good clips from this game.
okay,
'Cause it's
Especially
so
when
brutal.
it has a reflex, and what that
Okay.
means is whether or not you wound it, it's going to do the thing. And what it any other situation, it wouldn't have mattered that we moved you guys first and didn't have you roll attacks. So what I'm gonna do is gonna be backwards. This is Ken's location. I'm gonna have you guys roll your hits because we
Like
messed this
the
up.
order of our turns. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to
Right.
re-roll again?
No, you've got your hit. I'm gonna have them roll
Yeah.
theirs because
So
he's
I'll
about
go.
he's about to jet.
Okay. I see what's going on. So should I roll my attack?
Yes. So you and Mark are gonna be rolling your attacks. You can go ahead and
Okay.
roll, and we'll settle in.
I got a 6 + 1 is 7 and a 10.
So you got a perfect hit. Okay.
I got
Oh,
a
so wait a minute. We get +1s?
No,
When-
no. Oh yeah, you did,
Well.
but that he already counted that for you.
Yeah.
I got a 6 and a 9, so I think one hits for me.
One hits. Yeah.
Well, that's why I was asking, because you asked what I got. I didn't know we had +1s, because on one dice I got a 6, on another dice I got a 5.
Right. And he already counted the one hit for you because you need a 7 total. I mean, a 6 total.
If you
Oh.
had anything,
You
you would
need
have
a-
gotten no hit.
You need a 7 total, and I was adding. the
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You hit with that 7, which is why I was telling you if we could move you behind him, that extra +1 would be a hit for you.
Right.
Okay.
Because you hadn't hit yet. Okay. So do you want to go Mark first or Justin first?
I think because I needed to move first for Mark to get to where he is as well.
Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
first.
And you
Yeah.
got one hit, right?
One hit. Yep.
Okay. So you have the beast's knee. There is no failure condition, and on a critical wound, it's going to make him slower, which will help.
Go. Let's go. I'm gonna kneecap this one.
I always thought it was the bee's knees, but I guess it's the beast's knees.
Here we go. And that roll is 2.
Okay.
I'm throwing these dice in the trash from the
Be funny if
From
they were
Paradise.
great at D&D. They just
Oh, it was a different set.
it's an unfamiliar game. All right, Mark, you got
Let's
was
do
it?
the perfect hit first.
Well, we're gonna see what they are, and
Oh.
you can decide.
Okay.
You got 2 failures. 2 things that have failures. Fleshy gut,
Yep.
where it's going to hit you with a basic action on a failure. On a success, you're going to gain a random resource and some insanity on a critical roll. Beast's ear, failure, the white lion jumps back. Without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. Ironically, that's forward. Cancel all unresolved hits now. You want to do that 1 second?
I do want to do that 1 second.
Yes, because if you did this one first and you failed, he's going to move out of the way, which cancels the other one.
Okay.
So you want to
So,
do beast.
I'll do the
ear.
perfect hit to the one where he could jump back.
Okay, so that's going to be the first one.
Wait. I thought you said it was going to
So-
be the second one.
No. So you want to do the jump back first. Because if
What?
he jumps back, your other one won't matter. You won't
Right.
even roll for
So
it.
why wouldn't I do that the other way?
I would imagine, yeah, second
Oh,
would be better.
I'm thinking backwards.
Stack order.
Okay. So
So you're
this is
gonna
the
do-
non
So you're
this
gonna
is
do,
the non-perfect hit.
and this one is he'll hit you if you fail.
Correct.
Yeah.
I got a 7.
A 7 is higher than a 6, so you
Woo!
hit. So you're going to do 1 AI to card worth of damage, and that's going to go away. Now, perfect hit with the failure that's a jump, and beast's ear.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Which also counts. So
Yay.
he is down to his last leg. He has 1 wound left, and he doesn't jump
3
away.
missing legs. Nice.
And now it's Ken's hit.
And now it's Ken's hit.
He's just figuratively down to his last leg, right? He still has all 4.
Yeah, and the only way this is going to damage is if you roll a 10. Because it's a reflex
Right.
hit. So it erases all wounds.
And I rolled a 0 on the dice. Is that a 10?
That's
That's a
10.
10!
That's a 10.
Oh,
Yay!
And, okay, so a couple
I'm
things
cheering
happen.
from halfway across the
Couple
map.
things happen. The white lion's tail is destroyed, ruining its finely tuned balance. It gains a -1 accuracy token, which doesn't matter, and you gain 1 lion tail resource additional. You did 1 point of damage, right? White lion cards reactions if character attacks reactions occur after wound attempt and
DB, what's up?
successful wounds are and any successful wounds are removed. Make sure to apply reactions to hit location. Reflex reactions are always triggered after a wound attempt, regardless of its outcome. If the location suffers a critical wound, all reactions, wound failing reflex in that location are cancelled. There you go. Normally, it would erase the wound that you would have done, and it'd still be alive for 1 more turn. But because it's a critical wound, and you rolled that well, that beastie be dead. Congrats, you guys.
Yay,
I
I'm
was gonna
playing the
cast
win
Meteor
effects.
Swarm.
We have avenged Megan.
Okay, so I need to build the resource deck really quick, and then
Okay.
we can deal out resources, and then we can set up for, what time is it? 8:30, perfect. We can set up for a settlement if you guys would like, so that we can start doing that.
Yay!
I
Good
love
Find a
job,
new friend in town.
everybody. Yeah.
And then how do we bring Megan back? Is there like an infirmary or something we can?
No, she'll have to
Is
build a
there
new
a
character.
church?
she'll have to build a new character.
Respawn.
There was not enough left to make a new character.
Jeez.
I mean, literally, that's
We-
what it said.
We tried to.
Attach samurai swords to the stumps.
We tried to slice open the belly, but you were already too far digested.
Just push her
We-
toward it and
we-
you can spin in a
we-
circle.
We couldn't attach the lion's hands and feet back to you.
Les, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, do me a favor and hit that like button if you would, please. It's our very first stream on here as a live stream using the old computer. So happy to have you here. Kevin Chen, welcome in as well. Hi, Les. How are you doing? How's Mini OP doing? I hope you guys are doing well. We are playing Kingdom Death Monster. It's a very difficult and brutal board game. One of our party members died in the tutorial. And we are now moving from the combat phase to the settlement phase. But I'm glad you could join us. When's your next stream? How are things been? Let me know in the comments.
Okay. 4 and 4. If I forget, remind me. I'm gonna go off headset because I need to go get that deck that's across the room.
Okay.
Can I fix my brain damage?
No.
So the short form is in the settlement thing. The victors do have like a thing when they go back, but it's mostly an overtime thing.
Ah,
So it's very like if you
Is it
break
like
your leg on the
Wilderman?
field.
Like he could stay there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
We're doing great. Went on a shopping spree where Minnie spent way too much. What kind of shopping spree? Was it clothes or was it video games or was it?
None of the ones we're used to because it was a gas station. And I guess when they re-up there, next time I'll just go to the friggin' shopette.
Hey, Dan. Yeah.
Every
He,
time.
he has his mute backwards again.
Not
Let's
used to
see.
that button.
Dan.
Does he just forget to mute?
He yes, it's new headsets.
we'll just
Okay.
provide entertainment. Someone sing.
We should all be singing when he comes back.
La da
like-
dee, la da do, la
I know.
da.
Let us know.
No, I
My
got it. I
favorite
got it.
part of
Here it is.
Spaceballs.
There you go.
Yes. You know where the
Hey,
chest comes out
hey,
and he's like, "Hello,
Eating
my
ketchup
honey,
on
hello,
steak
my
as a
baby."
survivor led us to win. Okay.
Wow, my hair is really visible.
That was your voice.
Yes. Now
Yeah,
it
did
is.
you get my text?
No, I know I forgot to mute it. How clear was it?
So next time, go to the friggin' shopette.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love you.
I mean, I've heard of a Smurfette. I didn't know there was a shopette.
Oh,
I
I just
almost
found a
Smurfette.
card. That is
That
so
kills
weird.
Ken.
It kills all of you. So strange.
Except Megan.
Except Megan, because Megan's already dead.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's
Very
how this
honest.
works. There are
Okay.
common resources, which have their own deck, and then there are resources for the monsters that you're hunting. So in this case, it was the white lion, and the level of the white lion, in this case, it was a 1. It was actually a modified 1, but it was a level 1. Gives you 4 resources from each deck. So I'm going to shuffle these decks, and then you'll get 8 resources, 4 from each, and then
Yeah,
you're going to...
that's for everybody.
No.
Right.
That is for you 4 that are heading back to the settlement.
Right. That's what I mean. Everybody that survived.
Everyone that survived, well, y'all
But it's shared
as a
loot.
settlement are going to get 9 resources. You're going to get a lion's tail, and you're going to get 4 normal and 4 cat. Not each. You're getting a group loot.
Right. It's for everybody.
Oh yes,
Right.
But it's
It's a
shared loot.
pool. Yes, it's a pool. of shared
that's
loot.
the word we were looking for. It's a pool.
Yeah, the party loot.
And then you will hopefully decide as a group what you want to use these resources on to make or improve. Now, Mark, you were saying, since I'm taking this time here, you were talking about a strategy where you could, as soon as you unlock a new monster, start hunting that new monster. Instead of
Yeah.
doing that,
Instead of doing that, we could farm the white lion because it is the easiest monster to kill.
Yeah.
And
now
the
I like farming.
other
monsters
ones,
anyway.
the other ones have dramatically scarier abilities.
and better loot.
Better
Oh,
loot,
yeah.
sure. But, if only one of us makes it back, it kind of defeats the purpose.
If we
You're-
can roll this like Final Fantasy and just min-max until we hit the next boss, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally can.
Well,
and the nice
so
part is, well, sort
you,
of.
You should also keep in mind that as the Lantern years are progressing, you will hit events that happen. And so it may be a matter of you guys are all in tier 1 cat armor because that's what you've been kind of working towards. And you all have chosen a weapon type that you really like daggers or swords or whatever. And you get to a hunt that isn't a hunt. And I don't want to go too much into it because we'll get there when we get there. But you may face off against something
That's much stronger, and we don't have the good armor for it. But so it's like a balance of, yes, we can farm for a little bit, but I would move on to the other things once everybody's got armor.
armor/weapons. Just
Yeah.
once everyone's picked what kind of advancement they want. Okay.
And weapons are going to be clutch for that. Because we want high-speed weapons that we can do multiple attacks with, ideally.
That makes sense. Okay.
You got pretty good choices. Okay, so you got a lion tail, a curious hand. When you gain this, a random survivor gains +1 insanity. So, can we have you guys roll? Justin, can you roll a D4?
D4 incoming. Oh, fell on the floor. 1 sec.
Games and figurines less. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a 2.
That is blue. So blue is going to gain 1 insanity.
That was my insanity noise.
Okay. A sinew, a white fur, a monster hide, a broken lantern, monster bone, and monster hide. So those are the resources you are taking back with you. Normally, if someone dies, you guys are able to pick up their equipment and take it home. Also, the armor that you guys are spending so many resources to make doesn't, under normal circumstances, get destroyed. There are some events and there are some monsters that might strip you of that armor, which is awful, obviously. But for the most part, even if you take that damage, like you guys, some of you did with your waist, for example, blue is currently naked. That shouldn't be the case. You didn't take a waist damage.
No, I
did you?
didn't take any damage.
We
He
had
took
some
damage
dodge.
in the very first round, I thought.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did. You did. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I did in the first round. I didn't realize it was my waist.
Yeah. You took
Mark is
1
nude.
damage.
Yeah,
You
I
took-
just take Megan's.
Wow.
I mean, I can't I?
So that's what I was trying to say. You all of the armor you guys are taking back, you have time between the hunts to repair it. So it gets repaired. Any wounds that you received get repaired.
Oh, okay.
Any long-term persistent injuries or disorders. Like there were things in Megan's role for severe injuries that were like lose 1 speed or lose 1 movement because it was a leg injury or 1 accuracy because it's a hand injury, right? And that would have been something that goes on forever. So maybe maybe Atraxis stays at the settlement because she's going to be, if she comes out and starts attacking things, it's going to be harder for her to hit things, right? So these are just kind of things that you go through with the settlement.
about my
So
brain
if we
damage?
want to take a quick break, Mark,
Mhm.
I will put some of this stuff away and pull out the settlement stuff.
Okay. We can do that. Les, since you just went on that shopping spree, this is Kingdom Death Monster. It is legitimately like the most expensive minis game on the face of the planet. The base sets are like 400 a piece, and then the figures can be anywhere from 60 for player characters all the way up to 150 to 300 a piece for the monsters and their accoutrement.
Yeah, but the miniatures are gorgeous.
Yeah, the miniatures are absolutely gorgeous. They're really, really sick. They're some of my favorite, and they're very not family friendly. So keep that in mind. There are all kinds of abominations. And then there are also a lot of pinup characters as well, which none of which are family friendly either. I think my favorite player character that they have, I thought was a substitute for a monster, but I think it's just a player character, and it's literally a girl with a hat and a book, and that's all she's got.
Nice.
It's a little much, but they're really well designed pieces. But the monsters are some of the most disturbing things I've ever seen.
One that looks like a pit bull with a baby's face.
No, that's a Gorm. It's actually an elephant / rhino with a baby's face and a lamplighter's the fish's little light thing off the front of it. It's super disturbing.
Oh, nice. They just announced that Like a Dragon, the Yakuza, is getting a Prime Video TV series in October.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
October 24th, new series. Prime announced it.
I just finished watching The 8 Show on Netflix.
Nice.
Which is a lot like Squid Games, if you guys haven't seen it.
I started watching The Rookie, not the Clint Eastwood,
The Nathan
Charlie Sheen
Fillion.
movie, but the TV series.
Oh, I like the one with
Fillion.
Yeah, I liked that. I love Nathan Fillion.
I am on episode 12 of season 1. Well, I'll start episode 12 tonight.
Les, are there any games that are coming out that you're looking forward to? And thank you for being here and hanging out. And
I
thank
know
you,
that
Tom.
Zenless Zone Zero drops tonight in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. It doesn't have co-op. I'm not interested.
Well, I was telling you about that Wuthering Waves. I haven't even hit the level to get to it. I'm like, I barely yesterday I unlocked my first world tier, and unlike Genshin, it does it automatically. You don't go into a boss fight like Genshin and Honkai. It puts you in the next tier for your world automatically as soon as you hit it. Even if you're not geared, if you hit that level, all your monsters are now the next level. So I was 14 when I went into the boss fight. I was able to beat the boss, and now all my enemies are level 25. But unlike Genshin and Honkai, like you get a ton of XP for defeating monsters, so I was able to level up before I had to use my resources. That's my only gripe about Wuthering Waves is it's an automatic transfer. You can go back down, but then you can't go back up to the next world tier for 12 hours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch. I'm seriously not gonna play any more gacha games.
I don't blame you.
So I talked to my cousin about that.
Did you?
Souls.
No, more importantly, Ken, did you start playing that GPS game that I sent you? The one like Pokemon Go, but it's RPGs.
I have it on my phone, brother, but I don't go walking around town.
I keep trying to explain to you. You don't have to.
What's it called?
It's called 2 seconds. It's like MS GPS. I'll send you the friend code if you want to do it because it's
Yeah.
great.
That sounds
And
awesome.
I built a guild in there already too. Yeah, MS GPS RPG.
Okay. Yeah, send me the friend code.
I'm trying to remember what the MS stands for.
Have
I
you
think
watched
Magic
Parasite,
Streets.
the
That's
anime
it.
on Netflix?
It's
Parasite?
called Magic
Yeah.
Streets Location-Based RPG.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Did you see that there's a live action on Netflix?
But I don't have
It's
Netflix
really
anymore.
great, and if you like the anime, the live action is not the same story.
Oh, I've
what?
only seen the live action.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, the anime is very good.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's do this.
after the defeat of the White Lion, the survivors wander in the darkness, drawn to a soft glow blooming over the horizon.
Les, we play every Thursday night, and Sundays are for new players. So feel free to bring him along if you'd like, because we've gone hard into the paint and Magic since October of last year. I was on mute when I said all that, right?
Nope.
No.
No, we heard you.
So
Damn it, I'm sorry.
the returning
Okay.
survivors, which are the 4 of you, gain +1 survival up to the limit of the settlement. The settlement has a survival limit, which is currently 1. It gained the
Yay.
survival limit 1 because it's named. And what would you guys like to name the settlement?
I think Megan should get to name it.
Yeah, Megan should get to name it.
Megan's ghost should get to name it.
I'm not great with naming things.
Well, if you were a mayor
Well,
of
you-
a town, what would you name it?
You heard her. The name of the town is I'm not good at naming things.
Oh, see, I was thinking just not great.
The nameless.
Armless.
Armless.
That's
Oh,
right.
The Armless Village.
The
Armless.
armistice.
It is armless. For now. Okay, returning survivors, which is you guys, erase all damage.
Am I alive?
No.
That was a quick nope.
That was a
You
real
got
quick no.
disarmed.
Denied.
I didn't want to give
All
you
right.
hope.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good
Good night,
evening,
Tom.
Tom.
Bye. Have fun.
That's so rude.
Love you.
Crow, I just sent it to you by
Oh,
text.
you're also, all of you gain 1 hunt XP.
Ooh.
As you go up in hunt XP, other things will happen. Like you'll gain the ability to have weapon specializations and other choices.
I vote we make our camp be armistice. It's a truce where you lay up arms and you're safe.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Do you want to change from armless to armistice?
I just thought it was a clever pun. But
It is a
don't mind.
I like
clever
it.
pun.
We're here for the puns.
It's the safe. It's the safe place, right?
I mean, sometimes
A knock on wood.
Not
have-
for arms.
I have played this game enough
I'm back.
to know that nowhere is safe.
I think what happens is Megan gets to pick a new character, right?
Yeah, so that part
That
of
is
this
correct.
will be you guys developing a little bit, and then you, somebody's gonna roll for how many people show up, etc. Sorry, I need to erase some stuff.
I guess we're no longer fighting. I can change the color.
Glad I get my survival back.
Alexa, change mood lighting to white.
Although it might be funny if I could just be a disembodied voice the rest of the game.
A will-o-wisp.
Yes.
We laugh, but there
A
is-
Megan of the
there
Mist.
is an insanity where they become the wise woman or the speaker for the dead, essentially, and they hear the voices of the dead.
That's awesome.
Oh no, your new character's gonna channel your old character.
Mhm.
Attracts
Never
them to
getting
you.
away from her.
Okay.
We're gonna farm the
Ah,
lion. You can get your
add the
revenge.
names to the population sheet. I don't want to drop this again. I'm gonna have to figure this out before next month. There's just so much stuff. NerdCon. Kokeshi. And blue. Okay, added to the record sheet. Gain endeavors. Endeavors are the creative. Oh, so we should probably do this. Because we're going through the steps. The whole point of having this is going through the steps. We're going to gain endeavors. Endeavors are the creative energy from experience. Each returning survivor generates one endeavor. Use endeavor tokens to track your endeavors. Any unspent endeavors are lost at the end of each settlement phase. So you have 4 endeavors. Okay. Updating the timeline. The extinguishing set of a single lantern in the lantern horde happens regularly. This is how survivors track time, and it's called a lantern year. Update the lantern year on the settlement record sheet now by checking off the first lantern year on the timeline. Okay, I need to read 2 things. I need to read Returning Survivors, and I need to read First Day. Returning Survivors. Okay, where is Returning Survivors? 163. It would be really embarrassing if I was on mute this whole time and you guys are just really quiet.
Dan, are you there?
Yeah.
I think you might be on mute.
Has anybody heard from Dan lately?
Hey,
He's reading something.
You must be working up some really big damage.
hate you so much. Oh, wait, first.
I hear GM.
All the time.
Oh, hey, I have a dead character sheet I can use as a bookmark.
Oh,
Oh,
now that's unceremonious.
What do you mean? It's there so that I'll always remember it.
In memoriam.
What?
In memoriam. Means remembering somebody who passed.
Up there on underneath that box.
Our memorial.
So much back and forth. Oh, okay. Okay. The first day settlement event will help set up your settlement, and its first event is the first event of any campaign. The survivors wander, drawn to a blooming light in the distance. They find the serene comfort of a towering pile of lanterns and a small collection of scared people. On a deep, instinctual level, they know this area is safe, and so they decide to make it their home. Roll a d10 to determine your starting population and record the result on the back of the settlement record sheet. Choose and record genders for unnamed survivors. You may name an unnamed survivor and create their survivor record sheet at any time during the settlement phase. So I need someone to roll a d10.
Probably not
You,
me, unless you
you
want
can
more.
always roll it, Daniel.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff out right now.
Oh,
I got it.
Vote Mark.
I got it. I
That's
got it.
all.
I got it.
Praying for you.
3.
Okay. You guys
Still
will
better than I
get
would have rolled.
6 unnamed survivors plus yourselves. Okay. Do you want to go 3 and 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did the returning survivors. Now we. Okay, so that is now done. I can go back to returning survivors. We're going to nominate a survivor to utter the first words. The nominated survivor steps forward and gains +1 courage, and they will lead the other survivors in learning to speak to one another.
I'll do it.
Okay. So Kokeshi is going to get +1 courage. The settlement gains the language innovation. Search the innovation cards for the language and place it face up in your play area and record it on your settlement sheet. Language is your first innovation and will spark the creation of the innovation deck. To build the innovation deck, it represents the potential cultural and technological growth of your settlement. It will grow throughout the campaign as you gain new innovation cards. Find the first 6 innovation cards with the language consequence listed under their title. Shuffle these 6 cards together to form your settlement's innovation deck. Place it face down in a designated space. Innovation deck is persistent. Make sure to preserve a unique combination of cards in your deck between PlayStations. Okay, so let's do that. So let's look for and build the innovation deck. I believe I set it somewhere safe. That's always good.
Going to be 9 o'clock. Let's see if it's up yet.
I have Bring Me to Life stuck in my head.
Well, when he said a speech, I was going to be like, they can take our Megans, but they'll never take our Stallion.
I think it should have been they will never take these stallion.
Oh my. They can take our arms.
All I can never listen to anymore.
That's
is
it.
Sweet
Either-
Talking.
They can take our arms. That's it. Nothing else.
They
Nothing
can
we
take
can
our
really do
arms,
about that,
but
is there?
never our ketchups. Unless it's spicy because you went to hot.
Sriracha ketchup is pretty good.
I need to start muting. Okay.
Oh, has anybody seen the teaser trailer for Venom: The Last Dance? If not, I
Nope.
put it in the trailer section in Mark's Discord.
Venom: The
Okay.
Last Dance.
Yeah,
Yes,
Is it actually a trailer?
it's actually a
actually
movie
a
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer section on Mark's Discord,
Sweet. I'll have to check it
along with Return to Silent Hill teaser trailer
Ooh.
for the new movie.
Okay, so I built the innovation deck. I am placing the innovation deck in the innovation deck space. We are
All right.
currently updating timeline. Okay, now. Okay.
Barks.
Sorry, I found a Barks in the settlement. I'm taking it, guys.
You must now do a mark for it.
Okay. This was returning survivors. Okay. Armed with the knowledge. Oh, what does language do? Let's read language, shall we? Oh, it adds 1 to the survivor limit of the settlement. All survivors gain the encourage survival action. So you can now spend your survival to dodge or encourage. Encourage. Once per round, if standing, spend 1 survival to call out to a non-death survivor. They stand if not down. Okay. And I'm going to add 1 survival to the sheet.
Oh no, we lost Mark.
Mark. Took his barks and ran.
You got Bit. Armed with... I'll wait for him to come back.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
So I heard that Amy Lee shut down the rumors that she's not going to join Linkin Park.
Oh, really?
I'm sad.
That's a...
I can see that be really good if she did.
Yeah, it would have been.
Right?
And bringing back 2004.
Grabback.
He's so here for that.
I think it would have been too powerful for our inner emo kids.
I'm gonna go on mute and is he back? Yeah, he just got back.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Okay. Let's do the next step. I think I missed your call from work, so I'll have to answer that in a second. Armed with language, the nominated survivor aptly names the glowing center of their home the Lantern Horde. The settlement gains the Lantern Horde settlement location.
Wow, the settlement even made its own brochure.
These are your settlement locations that are how to build things.
Ooh.
So you spend an endeavor to build. Once per settlement phase, you may spend the listed resources to draw 2 innovation cards, keep one, and return the other to the deck. And the innovations are like technology and ways that you guys evolve. But you also can spend endeavors. You have 4. You can spend one to make a bonesmith, 1 to make a skinnery, 1 to make an organ grinder.
Cute.
I mean, the bonesmith, I think, is what we need for weapons. So we should probably definitely do that.
We should have
The
brought our
other-
corpse back.
The other thing the Lantern Horn does, or Lantern Horde does, you have to unlock, but you can spend an endeavor for shared experience. Nominate a survivor that has 2 or more hunt XP than yourself. They describe illuminating details of their desired death. If you are not deaf, you gain +1 hunt XP from their story. If the nominated survivor has a shattered jaw, instead you gain 1 insanity.
So no one has to
No one has
hunt XP,
3.
so we can't do
Yeah.
that. Or,
Or
yeah,
2 because you
Okay,
could
I'm
have
back.
0. Yeah.
right.
I am.
Okay. So you currently just have the Lantern Horde.
Yeah, so we should totally make the bonery, the bone
Well, let me 1 second.
jiggery.
Bonery.
Nominate a survivor to sit in front of the Lantern Horde in awe and gain 1 understanding. They must skip the next hunt phase as they ponder the meaning of existence. Check off the
Well,
skip
Can
hunt
we
box.
make Megan's character now?
Can Megan be the? No.
I'm banished to non-existence.
Just prop up the armless corpse.
Oh God.
Contemplate this lantern.
Jeez
Well,
Louise.
I took the courage, so it's up to you 3. Who gets
can-
the next
Because
my
one.
character
what he's
can
saying is
sit
he
out.
doesn't want to skip the next one.
So this one is wisdom. Is the next one power?
Understanding. I appreciate you. I
Well, since
appreciate
Mark's
you.
up there in age, he should get
Try-
the
try
wisdom.
for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Try for it.
That's fine. I'll have you know in this game I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Guy in real life.
So-
I will do it. I'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give you 1 understanding.
How do I get the peace and love?
You don't.
This is not a poor
We
positive
could make
environment.
Megan's character, and yeah, her character could be the one that gets +1 understanding.
No. I'll do it. It's fine.
And then,
Oh,
there a way
first he
to
was
get
like,
my-
"Let's make Megan's character." Then as soon as she gets points, no,
Yeah, but
points
you're-
are
No,
mine.
that's just-
no, that's not what I was saying.
you're also
Megan make-
saying Megan's going to be the one that gets +1 understanding and doesn't go on the next hunt.
right. That's why I'm.
But also
I
wouldn't
wanted to-
die.
I wanted to ask about that. What about my brain damage?
Permanent. Sorry to tell you.
Oh, so any damage you take, when you return, it gets erased. As
Okay,
long
'cause
as
I was
you-
saying if it takes like a hunt of sitting out to regain it, then it would make sense for my character to not go.
it doesn't. It can if you want it
Okay.
to.
No, that's okay.
Does insanity also reverse?
So insanity is kept because
Ah.
it's like armor insulating your brain.
You just don't want.
But
too
you
much of
also
it.
said too much insanity makes us run into the shadow realm.
Yes.
I imagine monsters can just make us suddenly more insane. So is there a way to remove insanity?
There is. When you take damage to your brain, like that intimidate that the White Lion does, it
Yeah.
does a point of brain damage. You could lose an insanity instead.
Okay, interesting.
If you ever have 3 or more insanity, you're considered insane for some of the events that come up. Some of the events might say, if you're insane, this other thing happens.
Didn't like the random hand loot also remove insanity?
I think it granted insanity to
Oh,
someone
it granted
Oh.
insanity, yeah.
because it made you a little uncomfortable.
Insane in the membrane.
He's insane. He's got
Oh,
no
shit.
brain.
Shit next time.
I love you guys.
Okay, so that part's done. Now I go back to, it says, return to the first story to complete the settlement phase. First story. What is the first story? Hmm. Where are you? 22 maybe? Oh, okay. We did the first day. Trigger story events returning survivors, which we did. The survivors now have the language and the lantern horn. Update the death count. If any survivors perished in the first story, update the death count on the settlement record sheet by filling one box for each lost survivor.
Hey.
Hey! And I believe that triggers something. Check milestones. The first time the death count is updated on the settlement record sheet, it triggers a milestone story event, Principal's death. Because you've never confronted death.
Well, Megan has.
What was it? I'm hoping this gets a lot faster. Principal death. Principal death. Okay. The group must decide what to do with their first survivor's corpse. Choose one. The first harvest. The settlement decides to harvest the body for resources. The settlement gains death principle cannibalize. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it in the settlement record sheet. The first grave. The settlement decides to build a small monument to mark their loss. The settlement gains death principle graves. Find and place this card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet.
Those are only
Like-
two options.
Those are the
I
two
hope I'm
options,
tasty.
and I'm not going to tell you what they mean.
I vote Graves.
I say we resource.
I think we should bury her.
That's 2 for graves and 1 for cannibalize. Mark, you are a vote.
And he's not going to say what they do unless one gets chosen as the winner.
I'm
He
just
said
saying.
one we bury and the other one we gain
Does it
resources.
mean anything if I vote for cannibalize?
I mean, it was your body.
Really?
So that's 2
Yeah.
and 2, Mark.
Hey, I'm sure I'm tasty, y'all.
I get to beef ribs.
I'm gonna go cannibalize.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Of all the times we've played
gotta
this, no one
survive.
has ever chosen.
I know.
cannibal.
It's like we're. I mean,
Bring your food all
the
around.
person that died was saying her last wish was for us to.
but shouldn't we wait for someone
No.
who had all their limbs?
That's
'Cause
not
that
what
gives
she
more
meant when she
food.
said, "Eat me."
Did,
Pretty sure that's literally what she just said.
Oh, is it?
did you say that no one before had chosen this?
No,
Or
we've
Everyone,
never chosen
everyone has
cannibalize.
always chosen
Graves.
graves.
Right.
That's part of the reason I did it, honestly,
There we
because I
go.
have no idea what it does.
Yeah, Megan was game. Let's go.
Literally,
find out.
All go
We-
completely insane.
literally,
game.
Megan was game.
Named
Let's go.
and started, founded after Megan.
Tastes a little gamey.
Oh my God.
I'll be a part of you.
Oh,
Forever, or at least 72 hours.
I get the face.
God.
Jeez Louise.
Your heart will go on.
Cheek meat's supposed to be the best.
Oh my God.
On
all right,
toast.
all right, Megan. Roll me a d10.
To get eaten?
It's your first. It's your. There is a thing that is happening after I add this to the settlement.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
That's a success.
That's a hearty meal.
Hearty, get it?
We'll make a
Nominate-
believer.
Nominate-
out of it.
Nominate a survivor. The survivor fanatically tears the corpse open and deeply drinks its blood. They decide that for every new creature they eat, they will become stronger. The survivor gains +1 speed.
I mean, I
That's
think,
survivor Megan's new character.
yeah. Can Megan's new character do that?
Sure,
Yeah, that's a good
Last
idea.
one that ate her old character. That sounds really good.
sure. No
That's
problem.
awesome.
So just
Beauty.
remember that for me so that I can, when I make her sheet in a second, I'll remember it.
It's a tradition
Yo.
passed down through the
Okay.
family tree.
So
That's actually
cannibalize
really
the
wild.
principle that's being added to the settlement. We get
Okay.
another survival limit +1. So the total survival limit overall is +3.
Okay.
That I'll have to change that to. When a survivor dies, draw 1 basic resource and add it to the settlement storage. Do not gain a
Ooh.
resource if the survivor is lost, ceases to exist, or is exiled.
Sounds like a good one.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, if you ask me, I think Megan got the raw deal.
Literally. She
We have
literally,
fire, right? Can we not cook?
literally got the raw deal.
Yeah, they have lanterns. This place is made of lanterns. I'm sure we can cook.
Yeah, just slice
Not
off
yet.
some.
Cooking is an innovation you guys don't have.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you know,
Okay.
beef
She just
jerky
ate
is
raw
just
Megan.
dried out meat, anyways.
Okay, so let
I'm
me
sure
do
we've
the
smelled
let me do the
springs.
Grade A,
let's
Megan.
forget.
I'm so glad we flagged this as not family friendly.
Ganger's legs after dark.
Megs,
There's no way we can be adults, and I'm not. No.
Hey, when you said this was the game and you knew I was coming,
Yeah. No.
you
I
knew
know.
what was going to happen.
Oh, I knew.
You're like,
Yes.
well, I heard that click,
What,
hands off his leash.
what is your new
Unapologetic.
character's name?
Leia.
Taichi.
Did you
Uh,
say
can you spell
fillet?
it?
Leia.
Can you spell
Oh, I
it?
thought that's what I heard.
Leia.
Not Philea.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Filet mignon.
You will have a +1 speed, right?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
And she dives into her family member, drinking the blood of her ancestors.
Not related. Okay. You now have a character
boo.
sheet. Boom.
Thank you.
And now I'm gonna go here. Settlement limit is 3.
Taichi said to
sur-
make the
survivor
tombstone
limit
be a
is 3.
hand.
And one of the new female survivors
Hands are gone, Tyler.
is named
They
Leia.
were eaten.
Can she be a buff mommy?
Well, right now she's a fast mommy. She attacks a lot faster.
Heck yeah.
Okay. And I will add a random resource in a second because I'm gonna have to go. I put those back already. Okay. Just remind me that before we finish, I have to add a random resource for the body you just ate.
Before we finish, you have to add an random resource to the body she just ate.
I
Thank
can
you.
easily just forget about it. The next step is develop. During this step, which is here, survivors spend their endeavors, where an endeavor, boop, they can use to build, innovate, craft gear, and join activities. When the settlement starts out, they can spend their endeavors on the Lantern Horde to build new settlement locations. When an endeavor is spent, reduce the total number of endeavors by 1. Right now you guys have 4. If you can, spend 3 endeavors to build the Bonesmith, Organ Grinder, and Skinnery locations. If there are fewer
What's
than 3,
three?
then you're going to have to choose
We should really spend 3 to actually get better weapons if we're going to farm
If
the.
if the settlement has a remaining endeavor, the players choose how to spend it. If they build an organ grinder, a survivor may participate in augury by spending an endeavor following the rules. If this causes a new birth, then there's a new principle called new life. You could also
Bill-
spend your remaining endeavor and 3 resources, 1 each of bone, organ, and hide, to innovate at the Lantern Horde. If they do, they draw the top 2 cards of the innovation deck and choose 1 to add to the settlement permanently. But you guys actually don't have any organs, I think.
Oh.
I think you have hide and bone and scrap. Oh,
In that case,
sinew. Sinew counts as an organ.
There we go.
if we have 4 of each, should we use 3 and make 1 of each, like you said? Or Mark, you were saying we should do 1.
No,
for-
it's 3. It's 3 for each one.
So
for
build the
each.
bone
No,
dome.
No,
yeah,
it's-
3 for the bonery.
Nope, sorry. It's 1 per each.
Oh, then yeah, we should make 1 of each.
Let's do it. And we have an extra left over for something else.
Yep.
So, the organ grinder deals with a lot of like fecal salve, monster grease, Lucky Charms, things like that. It also does augury, where you can glean the meaning of existence. The bonesmith does mostly weapons like bone dagger, bone blade, bone axe, but keep in mind most of the bone items are also fragile, and so there's a chance they could break, like on a failure. I think if you roll like a 1, there's a chance. And then the skinnery unlocks the first armor set, which is the rawhide armor set.
Thank you. I was just going to do it. Head them up, move them out.
And then each of them could also be upgraded. The organ grinder could, if you spend a settlement location, so you could use an endeavor and these items to build the next location. That's kind of how
Yeah.
you build updated locations.
Can you? What happens if we upgrade the bonery?
Then you get to the weapon crafter, but you need 3. You need an endeavor, 3 bone, and 1 hide, and you guys currently only have 1 bone.
Which is why we need to go back.
Yep.
So then, what can we do with that remaining endeavor? Because we're going to lose it if we don't use it.
Yep. So you could use your last endeavor and a bone, organ, and hide to innovate, which allows you to draw 2, pick one that you want to add to your settlement, and then put the other one back in the deck. You could use your 1 endeavor, and I mean it would use a lot of your stuff, but you could make the leather worker settlement location, which unlocks the next armor, so you could pretty much skip rawhide if you wanted to and go straight to leather.
But innovations are like inventions, so they help us, right?
Correct.
So you have 4. It is like moments of brilliance you guys have to build new things.
I think we should do the 3 for the crafting and then 1 for the draw the 2 innovations.
I vote the same, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good with
feel
that.
the same. Yeah, same here.
Crow?
Also something that we have not done before.
Nice.
Usually people are like, nah, we're going to build all of the equipment we can. So if you do that, so just so you guys know, resources, any resources you get that you aren't spending right now, they go into storage. So you'll still have them in the future to use.
Good.
So if we were to make armor, Daniel, does it use up all the resources, and does it make armor for everybody, or does it make armor
Just
for
for
one
one.
person?
It's per, right? And that's part of what Mark was saying about hunting some of the same things over and over and over to get leather and
Okay.
bone and stuff. It's kind of sad that you only got 1 bone. If you
Yeah.
use that 1 bone for innovation, you'll get an extra innovation. But you could make a bone blade or a bone dagger, bone darts, stuff like that.
I still
I like-
say it's worth it to get the innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I like the idea
think
of the
so too.
innovation, and we'll re-roll the lion. That way we're
Okay,
decently
so
okay.
you spent 1, 2, 3 endeavors.
Mhm.
You have one left.
Yep.
Put these away. You are going to spend a hide, a bone, and an organ, and your last endeavor to draw 2 innovation cards. They are Hovel, survival limit +1. The settlement accepts this nightmarish landscape as their home. You're building houses. And it's a
Ooh.
departing survivors gain +1 survival.
What's that do?
So when you guys leave, you're not going with max survival. Right? You're going to get a certain amount of survival. I just did it again, dang it. I've been talking so much. Okay.
Oh, we can hear you.
You're gonna get. I know, but I was coughing. I didn't want to cough in your guys' ears. So I tried to tilt up my mic to mute it because that's what my other one does. Okay. So what Hovel does, a couple different things. It's going to add additional innovations to the deck for later. It's also going to grant you guys an extra survival on your character sheet as you leave, up to the max of the settlement, which is currently 4. No.
But I'm still going to ask again, what does survival do?
Survival in a fight can be spent to encourage, which
Or
is
dodge.
helping people stand up, or dodge.
Okay, got it.
So
And
you want more. And the other one is Symposium. Survival limit 1, so it's also going to raise the overall survival limit of the settlement. When a survivor innovates, draw 2 additional innovation cards to choose from. So what you guys just did, you would have been able to draw 4 and choose 1, and then put the 3 back.
Will this let
Hmm.
us draw 2 more, but still choose 1, or would we draw 4 and choose 2?
You would
4 and choose 1.
choose 1, yeah.
So we either keep the tent and lose the ability to draw 4 when we return, or we keep the symposium, lose the tent, still go out with an extra survival, but next round when we come home, we could draw 4 cards instead of 2.
Correct.
If I understand correctly though too, the symposium ups our survivor limit, but it doesn't give us more survival when we leave, does
Correct.
it?
Correct.
So
I
I like
think
the
the
hub-
survival.
I think the
The
Hovel.
Hovel's
And
better.
also
I
keep
vote
in mind
Hovel.
that in order to do the innovations, you have to spend 1 of each and an endeavor.
Yeah,
So you're going to be
I think
using
the Hovel's better.
resources.
Yeah,
I
I like
personally
the double.
think Hovel
Yeah,
is
let's go with the Hubble.
really great. Okay, so
Hubble.
I'm going to do
Hubble.
that. I'm gonna put
Hubble
Symposium-
telescope.
I'm going to put
Yeah.
Symposium back in the deck.
Telescope.
So we won't die.
I'm going to put these resources aside because you spent them. Now, you guys have scrap and 5 hide. So that being the case, let's look at what options you have. Okay? To make the only options you guys have at the moment are bandages, which are used. You use an action to heal 2. I think it's 2 damage to yourself or an ally that's right next to you. That costs 1 hide, or any of the rawhide set. The whole rawhide set, each one costs 1. Headband, gloves, vests, pants, and boots. And they
Well, I
will-
think going out without healing is kind of counterintuitive to what if we're going to farm the lion. So I think if we have a couple of healing or some healing bandages, since a lot of us were grouped together, that would help.
Yeah, but how
Because are
many?
we able
How many
to use
hide
the
do we have?
bandage?
you
3, I
have,
think you said.
I think 4, 5.
If we have 4 or 5, that's either one full set or one bandage per person.
You have 5. You have 5 hide and 1 scrap.
One armor
Well,
per person.
keep in mind, I can't go out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it'd be you, me, Crow, and Megan.
Well, okay. While yes, you can't go out, Mark, we will make you a character sheet for a different survivor, and that survivor
Right.
will go out.
Okay.
That survivor just can't.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So
Survivors exchange equipment later? Like if
You
we
guys-
make armor?
You guys can trade out whatever you want between games. So here's what happens. You guys come back, and technically all of your armor and equipment goes back to me in a baggie, in a Ziploc. And before you guys go out, we're going to lay out the equipment, and you guys are going to choose what you want to go out with.
I have a thought.
so how
that
many full sets can we make?
You can only make one full
You
set.
could make
but-
1 full set right now.
If we make one
Oh.
full set and we each have a different type of piece of armor, then later it can be consolidated onto characters as needed.
That's true.
That is
But
true.
also, I think if we have some healing, like how many of the hide do we need for
One
the
per
armor, and then how
You
much
need
is
5?
left after that for
5?
bandages?
5 for a full set.
And
Or
we
you
only
could
have
say
4?
everybody gets 4, there's 4, well, if there's 5 people going out, everybody gets pants. And and that's
Right.
it. Or
Well, keep in mind, we all have a waistcloth.
right, I
Yeah.
know. I was
So
just
we all
using it
have
as an
that,
example.
and
Right,
most of
right.
us have an increase to stats, but without no way to heal. Like, okay, so my question for the healing, like when Megan got attacked,
No.
would
She died.
healing
She instantly
Would-
died.
There was
The
no way to
armor
heal
would have
her.
helped, but a bandage wouldn't have.
Correct.
is my
Right.
thought.
Yeah.
So, and she died with her arm getting crushed, so it's not like helmets are like the most essential. So I'm thinking it's kind of the luck of
Well,
the draw.
And okay, so also keep in mind that helmets in this. Let me grab a helmet really quick so you guys can see. But helmets in this aren't going to provide armor for your brain. They're going to do something else because helmets. Remember that insanity is your brain armor.
Right, but maybe is it from like crushing head attacks or
Still counts.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
still thinking we need some way of healing. Even if one person has full armor, we
So-
still have no way to heal, and bandages will help no matter how you go.
All right, so let's throw this out there, okay? And I was gonna get into it later because it's kind of hard to explain now. But some of the armor has colored boxes on different areas, and if you match up those color areas, sometimes you get an additional benefit. Tunics, all of it gives you 1 armor. Oh, including your heads.
I was gonna say
Tunic
I thought-
might be the best.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, tunic added with their loincloths. That sounds like
I was
a
I
really
was
great
hold on.
representative.
I was wrong. When it says it does brain damage, that's a specific type of attack, and insanity protects your brain. Your head armor still protects your head armor. So a rawhide headband, not only that's only if you match it up. If you have a vest and a headband, you're gonna get. You have the option to, as an action, reveal the top 2 AI cards and put them back in any order.
Interesting.
If you have rawhide boots, when you depart, you gain 1 survival. If you have rawhide gloves, when you depart, you gain 1 survival. If you have a vest, gloves, and a headband, you also get +1 evasion, which makes it harder to get hit. The pants don't give you anything except 1 armor.
Well, the
I mean,
boots
I-
is
But
pretty nice because
if
we
you-
all have an extra survival, which means we could all dodge an extra time.
If
Right.
you
I think
if
that's
you
probably
have a
smart.
full set, you're also going to gain the benefits of whatever having a full set of that armor does. So rawhide's going to have a different bonus than
Then-
leather, than cat, than whatever.
Well, then, how much survival is the entire is everybody leaving with when we go out next?
Because if we have boots and hovel adding more survival, that sounds like a really great way, and we can
Mhm.
get AC out of it too.
Ow.
And we may not need the bandages yet then because we're getting
You're going to
extra
be
dodge
much, yeah.
chances. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll have dodge and AC
Right.
from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also it's not a guaranteed chance that we get hide. And at least if we have a couple of hides left over, then
If
that's
you
still
give
more
everyone
resource.
boots, there will be nothing left over.
You don't have to take boots if you don't want, Ken. You can turn it into a bandage.
Sure.
But is all 5 pieces giving everybody boots?
So
No.
I
Yeah.
would make,
Yes.
If we
all-
if we make
yes.
5 of them.
I'd make the argument that Justin made earlier, which is both the boots and the gloves provide +1 survival. And later on, if you guys want to put both of those on one person, then you don't have 5 pairs of boots that aren't going
Right.
anywhere.
That's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
so all
like-
5 pairs of hide is making 1 per person right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's 5 of
Yeah.
us.
That would
Okay.
work. I also realized, like you said, Daniel, that gloves also give you survival like the boots, but then gloves had a multi-set bonus with the torso and headband, so maybe we should all make gloves.
Or half make legs, half
Yeah.
make gloves.
I would say half make boots and half make gloves.
Yeah.
That
then
way
there's-
later we can consolidate them.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Like 3 boots and 2 gloves, or 3
Perfect.
gloves and 2 boots.
That's a good idea.
I'm still trying to find the answer to that question.
I'm pretty sure it would be a total of 3
If
survival. Because I think base is 1, and then hobbled makes it 2, and then the gloves and or boots make it 3.
I think you're right.
It's a pretty good setup. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put this down here. You said 2 people are making boots and 2 people are making gloves.
No, 2 people boots, 3 gloves.
Yeah, 3 gloves sounds good.
And do the boots increase your speed or anything?
No,
Do the
Wait,
gloves increase
2
anything?
and 3, right?
no. It survival. That's what both of them do.
The
Yeah.
benefit of the gloves is specifically that if you have a headband, torso, and gloves, you'll get a certain bonus, but otherwise, yeah, the boots and gloves are identical.
And none of you use through your finding stones, right?
Nope.
No.
Correct.
Does Megan's new character get one?
Yes.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, so
And
mine
the
won't
one she
either.
had, we couldn't bring back for her.
Crap.
Well, remember I said I take back all of the equipment and it goes into storage. So nothing got lost because you guys didn't throw them.
Oh, so Megan can have a new one.
Yeah, Megan can
She can have the original.
Megan
The one
can have
that got left.
Atrax's old
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm the one that's screwed. Well, I can just borrow the other guys.
blues. Yeah, just take
Yeah,
blues.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
bro.
take blues.
Nice.
Okay. That's innovations, which are done. Nope, they're not done. I have to pull the hovel ones out. Sorry, 1 second. There is a lot of upkeep.
Just remember to untap first and then draw after. If it helps, Daniel, in the chat, I have a emote to help with that. There you go. I just put it in chat.
I can't check it. What is it?
The untap, upkeep, draw
Oh.
emote. No, if we're gonna play that game, Crow, I can spam emotes with the best of them.
Oh, a little bit unrelated, but for some reason, Mark, I can't check in anymore last few days on your stream.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier. I set it so that it was one per. It's not supposed to be one per stream. It's supposed to be once per day.
Mm-hmm.
And people were doubling up on the streams. So I set it to
I see.
once every 12 hours.
Okay.
So
I haven't been able to-
theoretically, you should be able to tomorrow.
Okay. It's been like 36 hours. I hadn't been able to yesterday or today, but I'll keep trying. I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know tomorrow because Ken was having the same. And so was Cordad. I told him to tell me if after 12 hours it doesn't work, I'll see what I can do.
For sure.
Renovations are complete because of that. Right?
How dare you put cats on this channel?
They are bunny army.
Yes.
Okay. There's that. These get added to this. And that gets put here. And, oh wait, does it? Yeah, I think that's the first one. Those were spent. You guys spent these 5. Hide. So you have a broken lantern. That is a resource you still have. And all of this gear is your guys's. And we did that.
After we're done with all the decisions, I'll have to go because I got summer school for the kids that they have to get ready for tomorrow.
You have 1 scrap. And I have the cards for your guys' clothes, your guys' stuff. That's in your bonus down. White Lion and... Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you've probably never seen the new animated emote crow.
What's that?
I'm putting it in right now. There we go. It's an animated magic heart.
Oh, nice.
It's got the magic symbol in the middle of the heart at the top.
Ah, I like it.
What's in the middle of the heart, Mark?
Magic symbol. The Magic the Gathering symbol.
Okay. I think that's it, because the next thing we would normally do is prepare outgoing survivors, which we could do so that we're ready for the next hunt. I need a new... What do you want your new character's name to be, Mark?
Stewart. Because they are the steward of Blue's weapons until they get back.
Okay.
I love the heart container emote.
Yeah, that one's not mine, but it is cool.
It's great.
Okay. There's that. So much cleanup. I'm gonna have like 45 minutes of just cleanup here. Everywhere.
Don't forget to resolve all your damage at the cleanup step.
Yep.
So much damage.
To your brain.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. I have that, I think.
You're actually pretty good at that.
It's because every time I would play it, I would shout it in the house.
So you're giving Lexi emotional damage?
Yep. There it is.
I
Keep
like
it
that. Dark Souls.
Emotional
You die.
damage. That's what I do.
That was really good.
I didn't see Andy added a laughing Batman emote. That's hilarious.
All right, all of the characters are filled out for next time. We'll just have to decide who's wearing boots and who's wearing pants. Boots and pants and boots and pants.
And boots and pants and boots and pants.
We have the innovations set up. We have the resource you guys had, so I can put that away. I can bag all of the rest of this so that it's good to go. That can go, that can go, that can go. That can go.
Does Megan get to name her new character?
She
I did.
did, yeah.
Oh.
She's
What
good
was
to
it?
go.
Filet.
Yeah.
It
Oh.
wasn't filet.
Not
I keep hearing it as filet.
It was Leia.
Leia, that's right.
Leia.
You guys are just hungry for human meat. Yeah, so the idea is, now that we have prepared for the next hunt phase, you guys will be able to decide on what you want to hunt. And it sounded like you wanted to hunt a white lion.
Right.
We can discuss in the meantime if you wanted to go for another level 1 or if you wanted to step it up to the next difficulty. But that's essentially this is essentially in a loop of kind of what we do. We didn't have a hunt phase this time, and that takes a little bit of time in itself, where some other stuff, hijinks happen that affect the fight, the showdown. But essentially, this is the game. So I hope you guys had fun.
It was awesome.
And this will be every first Monday of the month. If you can't make it, that's fine. I'm sure we'll fill in. Usually we don't have players play character, especially if there's enough survivors back at the settlement. We won't have if Ken can't make it, we won't have someone play Kokeshi.
Right.
And until Kokeshi dies. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. This has been awesome. And I hope you have a wonderful night.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You
This
too.
was really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for running and
Yeah, of
playing.
course. Yeah.
And I'm sorry you died, Megan. I'm sorry, Dan. Sorry, Dan
It's
was so
fun.
mean. Just right out the bat. Right out the bat. Messed up.
We just
disarmed you
need
so
to
quick.
get some better dice.
Yeah. That was
Everybody go to
insane.
Amazon tonight. Okay, get it
That
sent
was-
to your house before next month.
We'll go to our LGS, I promise.
That was
That was real bad.
like 75% of the rolls were.
Yep.
And it's
Twos.
it is
ones.
skewed. It is skewed so that you guys don't hit a lot, but I mean, geez.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Google and search for loaded D10.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna use Google's D10, but I was like, geez.
Yeah, Loaded's my favorite brand of dice.
Well, because on Google you could roll a virtual all the way up to a 100 on Google.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead,
Oh.
Mark. Do the thing.
Yep. So we're gonna raid out to Keep It Kawaii. She's a good friend of the channel. Tell Kiki hi. I've got a raid message that's brewing and percolating. Here we go. From Darkness to Cozy Quests. She's currently playing Wuthering Heights, which is Ken's favorite gacha game du jour. So we'll head over there and say hi to her. Thank you to Megan. Thank you to Justin. Thank you to Ken. Thank you to Crodad. And especially thank you to Dan for running and everybody playing tonight. We will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, maybe for a mystery game. Maybe.
Ooh.
It's
Send Zone Zero.
no, not that. But yeah, Crodad, if you can hang around for a second, I'll tell you about it. And Dan, you'll probably actually want to hear about it too. So
So are you going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about?
yeah. So we'll do that out off the stream, but we're going to raid out right now. Thank you again, as always, everybody. Until next time, be excellent to each other, and of course, game on.
Game on.
Catch up.
Bye, see you tomorrow.
No Dark Red was on.
And now you have to
So
now you
now
have to
since we're
end it.
clear,
Wait, end first.